The countdown to kickoff is made possible by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free personal and business checking. Visit gofirstbank.com.
Good evening and welcome to an absolutely picture-perfect Friday night in Western Wyoming for live coverage of Braves and Broncs. The fall brawl for the season finale as far as the regular season is concerned, and it's the rivalry matchup between Jackson and Star Valley. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson overlooking Braves Field on the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff tonight. And Dal, we're buying time with nights like this. This is a beautiful late October evening for fall football.
I said it before, you cannot buy stuff like this. It is priceless. Absolutely beautiful day. You touched on it. Picture perfect. You got the Braves and Broncs. You got a tailgate. You got wafting meat smells. You got some senior night recognition. It's just an absolutely awesome situation.
We appreciate you joining us tonight live on the SBI Sports Network. As Dal mentioned, it is senior night tonight for the home Braves, and so they are being recognized right now. Dal, this matchup is an intriguing one simply because the playoffs are set for these two teams. Star Valley is the number one seed heading into next week. They'll have a home playoff game throughout the playoffs up until Laramie, should they make it to that point. Jackson's fate is also determined where, because of Evanston's win last night over Green River, the Broncs are out. And so at this point in the season, this is the last game regardless of the outcome, even if Jackson pulls off the upset.
Yeah, that's the bad part about needing a little help when you're looking at the standings, looking for the postseason, is sometimes that help doesn't come. And that was the case last night as Evanston beat Green River to take that number 4 spot in the 3A West. So, yeah, as you mentioned, Jackson playing for pride tonight. They would love nothing more, though, than to hang a big old ugly L on their rivals to the south.
Absolutely. So still plenty to play for in the regular season finale. Coming up in our countdown to kickoff coverage, we'll have your Crimson Corner, your roundup, recap the rivalry. We'll have the Records Watch and the Sideline Report. Bridger back with us tonight. Also, Jake Hibbard will join us from his studio with a look at the 3A West keys to the game all before kickoff. When we come back, we'll have our Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic Senior Spotlight tonight. That's number 34, Lane Weebelhouse, and we'll hear from him on the way next. Live coverage on the SBI Sports Network.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera.
The world needs more cowboys.
Hello. Using tracking skills I've acquired pretending to be a national park ranger, I'm going to locate a customer of Rocky Mountain Yeti. Thanks to Rocky Mountain Yeti, these people are having their very first adventure.
We actually do this all the time.
Thanks to Rocky Mountain Yeti, where legendary customer service is not a myth.
The Bank of Star Valley would like to congratulate Jesse Gibson on being this week's Man of the Week.
Jesse Gibson, son of Don and Laura Gibson, senior, Edna, Wyoming.
It looks like we have Gibson the tailback. Turn, pitch to Gibson, and Jesse's in, standing up, touchdown on the bread and butter. This time Jesse Gibson gets to run the ball.
Vail Valley Construction is your local source in Star Valley for quality asphalt paving. Whether it's residential or commercial driveway or parking, Vail Valley will have it done with great service at a great price. To get started, visit availvalley.com.
B&H Auto is your local source for all your auto maintenance needs. Oil changes, brakes, shocks, tires, and even mechanical repairs such as transmissions and other engine problems. Located on the north end of Afton, that's B&H Auto, service you can ride on.
Here's today's Player Spotlight presented by Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic. Celebrating 20 years of serving the Star Valley community. Online at starvalleydisposal.com.
It's the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff on the SBI Sports Network. Here's our senior spotlight today. Lane Wiebelhaus is with us today. Lane, thanks for your time. First off, congrats on the big win against Green River last week. What was it like to get another conference win, and what was working so well for you guys against the Wolves?
No, it was a great game. We had a lot of things go good. Glad we got some younger kids in there. I didn't play much in the second half, and that's great because we get all our big men to touch the ball.
Awesome, cool. So Jackson, the rivalry game, what are you guys focused on against the Bronx tonight?
Making a statement. We've been doing it all season. Hopefully we can keep it up, end on a good last game of the season, end with a great win over our rivals.
Now, of course, I'm sure you're well aware of Jackson's passing offense, right? So in the secondary, you guys have played so well this year. What are you focusing on to stop that air raid from the Bronx?
Absolutely, they throw probably more than any team we're going to face, and I think that equates to a lot of picks for us. We have a good defensive scheme. We're ready to go.
Lane, as you look back on the season so far, what's been your favorite memory up to this point?
I'd say our win over Cody was a great feeling. It was probably the statement game of the season. They were ranked number 1, we ranked number 2, and we kind of showed them what's up.
Lane Wiebelhaus, our senior spotlight today. Lane, football's kind of your sport right now. So outside of football, what other hobbies do you have? What else do you do?
I'm a big dirt biker, welder. I love welding,
Tell me, you have a dirt bike, Lane? Tell me what you got.
I do. I have a KTM 250 XCW.
Okay, so do you like to do like enduro cross, motocross, that kind of stuff?
I just like to go. I live in Alpine, so go down to the reservoir when the water's low. It's a great time.
Perfect. Lane, what about after high school when things are all done in the spring? What are your plans?
I plan to go to college, looking at some schools in Arizona right now, Arizona State, University of Arizona, and probably become a welder after that.
All right, very good. A couple questions for you, Lane. What is your favorite movie? How about your favorite movie?
That's a good one. There's too many. I think Remember the Titans is a pretty good movie.
Awesome. Favorite candy bar?
I like a Reese's Outrageous from Maverick. They're pretty good.
Nice. Lane Wiebelhaus, our senior spotlight. It's all part of the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff.
It's sale time at Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home in Afton. Stop by the showroom located half a block south of the Elkhorn Arch and take advantage of carpet, pad, and labor for only $2.99 per square foot. LVP is also on sale with the product available for $2.99 per square foot. Battleson Brothers also has carpet remnants available. That's Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home, open in Afton, just south of the Arch.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
Bill Nabe, I operate Teton Truss. We build roofing trusses, floor trusses, wall panels, and affordable homes. My relationship with Bank of Star Valley is very personable. I can call down to Thane, we're on a first name basis. I think Bank of Star Valley also uses character as well as credit score when it comes to making decisions. My dad once told me, going into business, you need a personal relationship with your banker, and I get just that.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive. It's gorgeous, and I get what I want.
I take my Caribou Ford to the Oregon Trail golf course.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I can check out inventory online before I go. Now that's service.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? Satisfaction.
We're Caribou Ford with top awards in the region for customer satisfaction, because we're still keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
Hi, Lynn Call from Star Valley. Recently I took my dog to Dances with Dogs with Carrie Dance. Before I took him, he was kind of a wild runaround dog. I couldn't take him in the house. Now, after spending 2 weeks with Carrie, I can bring him in the house, I can put him on place, he'll stay there, he doesn't jump on people. If you have a dog that needs some training, that needs some behavioral training, take him or her to Carrie, because she can do an amazing job with them, and I would highly recommend Dances with Dogs.
The countdown to kickoff is made possible by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free personal and business checking. Visit gofirstbank.com.
A great night for fall football and the regular season finale, that is, for Wyoming football. And tonight, it's the rivalry game, the 2023 edition of the Fall Brawl between Star Valley and Jackson. The Braves and the Bronx live on the SVI Sports Network. And Dal will take a look at the rivalry and the history of this season. 89th, I believe you said? 86th Fall Brawl. So we'll get into that here in just a few moments as part of our First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff coverage. But first, let's take a look at the Crimson Corner. And here's what's happening in Star Valley Athletics off the football field.
Of course, state cross country getting underway tomorrow morning. That's at the Cheyenne Country Club. The Braves looking for a 4A boys repeat. Hobtamu Wetzel looking for an individual championship repeat. And as we mentioned during the First Bank of Wyoming Sports Friday, his biggest competition might be on the bus with him, Jace Burton right there with him. That'll be a lot of fun. The Braves looking to repeat as 4A champs, and good luck to everybody. Those races get started at 10:30 a.m. out at the Cheyenne Country Club. Volleyball hosting Green River tomorrow at 1 p.m. That'll be senior recognition. We'll have that watch link for you at SVInews.com. Getting caught up on the end of the regular season for the football underclassmen. The sophomores defeating Soda Springs JV 29-14. They also defeated Jackson yesterday 20-14. Pretty dramatic finish there as they were trailed it were trailed late to win that one. JV also defeated the Soda Springs Varsity 18-14. The freshmen went 8-0. The sophomores went 8-0. And the JV went 6-2. The only two losses, Duke, were the number one ranked team in Utah and to one of the Idaho schools that started off the year. So pretty great year for all the underclassmen.
That's a look at your Crimson Corner. It's all brought to you by the University of Wyoming. Uncover the reason behind UW excellence and explore what makes the University of Wyoming so great. Visit uwyo.edu to learn more. How about your roundup with the help of Sunrise Engineering?
Well, looking at 4A, you got a ranked matchup between number one Sheridan on the road in Gillette for Campbell County. Cheyenne East is a Kelly Walsh, Natrona, and Thunder Basin. That's a big one for playoff seeding. We'll see what happens there. Central at Rock Springs, and Laramie is at South. Already have one final in the 3A class, and we talked about it already yesterday. Evanston going into Green River and defeated the Wolves 44-20. That means the Devils secure the number 4 seed out of the West. You got this one here with the Braves and Bronx. Warland is at Riverton, Rollins at Buffalo, Douglas at Lander, and then game of the week, as far as I'm concerned, number 2 Powell at number 3 Cody. That one kicks off at 7. Also another final in 2A, Lyman pulling off the upset as they shut down Cokeville and win 12-0. They won by enough that not only did they win the game and make the playoffs, but they earned the number 2 seed out of the 2A West. So that's a big one there. Mountain View at Kemmer. You can listen to that one on the Spur and the rest of the 3A right there on your screen. That's a look at your Sunrise Engineering Roundup.
Creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise-eng.com. That is sunrise-eng.com. Braves and Bronx Fall Brawl. Star Valley playing host to Jackson on the regular season finale. It's all part of the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff on the SVI Sports Network.
Live coverage of Star Valley High School sports is provided by The Right Company. HTC Siding and Gutters, no job too big or too small. Red Tail Therapy, strength for everyone. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Quality Quick Lube, where quality comes quick. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
Down at the creek, Swift Creek Trading, that is.
It's not about selling hats, boots, and jeans.
It's about giving back to our Valley's youth and keeping our heritage and traditions alive.
When you shop at Swift Creek Trading, you help us sustain agriculture.
You help us perform. You help us compete. You help us brand our own businesses.
So come on down to the creek.
Swift Creek Trading, that is.
Where your purchase supports us.
Where your purchase supports us.
It's almost game time. This is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff on the SVI Sports Network.
Friday football live on SVI Media, Swift 98.7 FM, and the SVI Sports Network. Also welcoming in those who are tuning in via Jackson Hole Radio in the Jackson market. We appreciate you joining us for this edition of the Fall Brawl between Star Valley and Jackson. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson here. It's the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. Your home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. Visit GoFirstBank.com. Now, this is the rivalry for these two teams. Let's recap it with the help of Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
It's an old one, too. Goes all the way back to 1931. Overall, the series belongs to the Braves. They lead at 67-18. Here in Afton, the Braves lead at 35-10. The last two times these two programs met was last year in Jackson. The Braves won that one 48-7. That did snap a two-game Bronc winning streak, but the Braves have won 7 of the last 9. And as we mentioned earlier, this is the 86th meeting between these two programs, dating back to 1931. That's a look at your rivalry, brought to you by Simplot, Smoky Canyon Mine.
Bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com. That is Simplot.com. Let's take a look around the 3A West and the state of Wyoming. Mr. Jake Hibbard joining us remotely again tonight from the Hibbard Studios. Jake, how are you this fine evening?
Well, we're already to the last week of the regular season, so I'm kind of like, are we here already? Well, and then we also got off to an early swing even with Evanston and Green River last night, but it gets us into tonight's game kind of where we already thought we would be. So it's all right because Evanston rolls past Green River as I expected they would. And now we have the game of the week set up later with the 7 o'clock kickoff. More on those later because, well, we've got the playoffs on the western side figured out, and we'll worry about any playoff scenarios on the east side when they happen. I'm going to talk just a little bit about what happened last night with Evanston and what's happening tonight with Star Valley in tonight's game. So first of all, let's talk about it. With Star Valley, they're probably the strongest team going into the playoffs, right? Hold up, I've got the wrong audio there, or excuse me. We're going to go back to my camera there while I get the right video playing there. But with Evanston going into the playoffs against getting that win over Green River, now I can just look forward to Star Valley and say, bravo, guys. You're the strongest portion, or your line has been the strongest storyline in the state throughout the year. And I think without the offensive line, we don't have a 44 to who even cares at that point? Score against Cody. That's the thing, is that when it's come down to crunch time this year, what I'm looking forward to the playoffs is, how does this Star Valley offensive line stay healthy, stay ready? And, well, we know they'll stay ready, stay conditioned, but stay healthy is the big thing in tonight's rivalry game. That's my biggest takeaway, guys. Now, as for the rest, I'll save that for the playoff scenarios that I'll be looking for next week. And like I said, some game breaks throughout. But for now, let's go back to you at the field.
Thank you, Jake Hibbard. Let it be known that Jake called Evanston getting in, and so nicely done from Mr. Hibbert tonight. It's all part of our first Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff here on the SBI Sports Network. Star Valley and Jackson, both teams on the field, and we are just about ready for the national anthem. It's presented in our broadcast by Wyoming Minuteman Supply.
Give us the Star Spangled Banner tonight.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the we're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
today's starters, brought to you by Mountain Star Products in Afton.
Tristan Hilton, son of Mark and Lacey Hilton, Senior, Osmond, Wyoming.
Smith McClure, son of Brian and Sarah McClure, Jr., Smoot, Wyoming.
Jesse Levitt, son of Brett and Kendra Levitt, Senior, Afton, Wyoming.
Wyatt Wilkes, son of Cody and Andy Wilkes, Senior, Afton.
Simon Gaskell, son of Amy and David Gaskell, Senior, Afton.
Bryson Neal, son of David and Jennifer McGee, Jr., Afton.
Lane Wibblehouse, son of Holly and Neil Wibblehouse, Senior, Alpine.
Jesse Gibson, son of Don and Laura Gibson, Senior, Etna, Wyoming.
Clay Merritt, son of Brooke and Kelly Merritt, Senior, Grover.
Garrett Carlson, son of Earl and Sarah Carlson, Jr., Fairview, Wyoming.
Gail Roberts, son of Bryce and Cherish Roberts, Senior, Bedford.
Cooper Big Country Lawson, son of Heath and Heidi Lawson, Jr., Afton, Wyoming.
Grant Thompson, son of Kyle and Aaron Thompson, Jr., Fairview.
Porter Merritt, son of Haley and Tyson Merritt, Senior, Thane.
Cash Lancaster, son of Aaron and Anna Lancaster, Senior, Smoot.
Starting lineups made possible on our broadcast by Mountain Star Products here on a great night in Afton, Star Valley, and Jackson. Now let's take a really fast look at the Records Watch, made possible in the broadcast by Bank of Jackson Hole.
Well, Star Valley running back Jesse Levitt comes into this game with 699 yards. He needs 23 to pass Hunter Jacobson, 49 to pass Aaron Allred from 95, 70 to pass Brian Hunsaker from 1990, and 75 to pass Charlie Jenkins from 2006. Bryson Neal has 520 receiving yards. He needs 44 tonight to pass Robert Harmon from 1988, 104 to pass Winston Green from 2021, and 151 to pass Chase Stewart from last year. That's a look at your Records Watch.
Made possible by the Bank of Jackson Hole, invested in our community. Local banking means local investments. Visit bankofjacksonhole.com. Bridger Wolfley's back with us today. Had a chance to catch up with the coaches on these two programs, Star Valley and Jackson. Here's the Miles CPA sideline report with Bridger Wolfley.
Welcome back, Brave fans, to another night of Star Valley football. We are here on the field with your Braves as they get ready to take on the Jackson Bronx in tonight's game to see who is going to take that one step closer to playing in the playoffs. As usual, I took some time to talk to Coach McKay Young before the game and asked him what tonight's game plan was, and his words were simple. Tonight is going to be a senior night that these seniors don't forget, because tonight they are going to win. His words were simple, and hopefully they win. Make sure to stay tuned, and I'll be back for your halftime and post-game reports later tonight. Back up to you, Duke.
Bridger Wolfley with the Miles CPA sideline report. Miles CPA located in Afton and in Alpine. Down the Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton, keys to the game.
Well, key number one for me is control the line of scrimmage. I'm talking on both offense and defense. Put pressure on this Jackson passing game. Key number two, the aggressive secondary. It kind of feeds into that. As you heard Wayne Weeblehouse mention, there's probably not a team that passes more on the schedule than this Jackson team for Star Valley. So an aggressive secondary going to be important tonight. Limit your own turnovers. That's obviously a big one. And then don't forget, you got a game next week. So make sure you're ready to play for that next one as well. That's a look at your Rocky Mountain Yeti keys to the game.
Legend driven. Find them online at Rocky Mountain Yeti Group, and also located in Afton at Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton. Starters have just been announced. Looks like we're going to have the coin toss at midfield here in just a few moments. Dallas, snapshot of these two teams we've talked about in the passing game of the Jackson Bronx. They're led by quarterback Harrison Ward, 270 yards per game. That's number one in 3A passing yards on average for a quarterback. His favorite target, number one, wide receiver, 142 yards a game. That's Seb Brunner. Also leads the state in 3A receiving yards on average per game. And so, yeah, if you're Star Valley, Seb Brunner, Harrison Ward, they'll also throw to Andrew Hanna if he's healthy tonight. And you got to get some pressure on the quarterback for the Braves defense.
Well, 316 pass attempts for the Bronx coming into this game. That is a ton, and that is what drives their offense. They're going to try and catch you in some bad situations defensively with a bit of a hurry up. As you mentioned, though, Duke, they don't run the ball all that much. Their leading rusher, Thomas May, just 293 yards on the season. So if you're the Braves, we'll see if they can keep this passing game in check. So far, the Star Valley secondary has been stellar this year.
On the flip side, the Star Valley offense started the season with a 3-quarterback rotation. That's been whittled down to what we kind of expected to see as a 2-quarterback rotation. Senior Tristan Hilton sometimes getting the start, but more of the short yardage situational quarterback. Smith McClure more of the down and distance quarterback. Those two, Dal, have a plethora of weapons to spread the football around to, both running and passing.
Pretty work and dirty work is what we started calling them, or they called themselves, really. And, a lot of different good receivers out there. Leading the way is Bryson Neal, number 3. Bryson could be poised to have a big game on both sides of the ball tonight. We'll see what happens there. But also running the ball, Duke, this offensive line has been dominant for most of the year. I expect a big running game out of the Braves, especially Jesse Levitt.
Coin toss has taken place. Jackson won the toss and has elected to receive the opening kickoff. They'll receive to the north, and Star Valley will kick off with their backs to the south on a beautiful, sunny, late October Friday night here on the SVI Sports Network. Some injury updates for the Star Valley Braves. You may see that number 24, Jaden Crook, is dressed tonight. He left the Cody game with the jaw injury. I don't expect we'll see a lot of Jaden, but he's dressed. He's on the field. That's a great sign for the Braves. We also see Simon Gaskell dressed. He missed last week's game. Mally Patterson will probably get some limited time. He left the game last week against Green River, and also some other injuries piling up on the Braves from the JV game last night. Some kids that come off the bench in big-time play situations to do some good times or good play in the JV game. Also, out with injury
about
today.
Dayton Schwab and Hayden Morgan among those. Those are two guys that played quite a bit of varsity and JV, and they're both not going to be available tonight. So, again, this is a super deep team, but when you start having injuries, that's where that depth really needs to take over. We'll see who steps in and fills those roles tonight.
That's it for the first Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. Star Valley, Jackson, the fall brawl. Braves hosting the Bronx. Star Valley in the crimson helmets and jerseys with the white pants. And, of course, the pink cancer awareness, breast cancer awareness, pink socks around their shoes. Kicking off to the visiting Jackson Bronx with the black helmets, the white pants and jerseys with the black numbers, of course, for the visiting Bronx. Here's the Christoph kickoff, and we are underway live on the SVI Sports Network and Jackson Hole Radio. Received and returned at the 1-yard line by Harrison Ward, and he's going to come up near the 20, and a pretty good return by the Jackson return team to set up. Actually, it was Seb Brunner, I believe, on the return. That's going to set up Harrison Ward and the Bronx offense. 1st and 10 from inside the 25.
Yeah, considering where he caught that, clear on the opposite side, didn't have much room to work with on that side. Still able to work his way up to Well, I thought he got up to the 25. They're actually going to spot it at the 23, but I thought he did a pretty good job of getting what he could.
1st and 10 for Harrison Ward and the Jackson Bronc offense. Again, the aerial attack is what's been working for the Broncs so far on the season. Ward leads 3A football in average yards per game. And Seb Brunner, his favorite target, he's number 1 playing slot on the right side right now. Thomas May is going to be in the backfield as the tailback, fullback to the left side hip of Harrison Ward in the pistol set. Turn and a quick pitch outside left to May. He'll throw, and it will be picked off by Lane Weeblehouse on the tailback pass. He steps out of bounds, and one play, and it's an INT. Braves football at the Jackson 40.
One problem when you have the halfback pass, Duke, is the halfback feels like they have to throw that dang ball. This probably would have been better served to not, because the Braves had all kinds of pressure down there. And Lane Weeblehouse, what did he say in her interview not 10 minutes ago? He was going to go up and get an interception first play of the game. There you go.
So Star Valley will come out 1st and 10 from their Jackson 46-yard line. Starting the game at quarter. Do we have a quarterback out there? Okay, now he's coming in. Smith McClure, I was like, we're going Wildcat right out of the gate.
You never know with Coach Young.
I thought maybe Jesse Levitt was going to be playing quarterback, but
I think Jesse was wondering too.
He was a little concerned. All right, here's Smith McClure in the shotgun. 1st and 10, handoff to Levitt. Jesse breaks a tackle across the line of scrimmage, running across the 40 and has a first down. Brought down inside the 35-yard line and moves the chains on the first down carry.
14-yard gain on the first touch for Jesse Levitt, and this line has just been mauling people this whole season, and Jesse, of course, running so hard. I mean, he doesn't even get touched until he runs 10 yards, Duke. This could be a huge game for the Star Valley running attack.
Quarterback change, Hilton under center, split backs with Thompson and Levitt in the backfield. Turn, here's a handoff to Levitt, left side, bounces inside and tackled across the 30. This time the first down carry will be held to a minimal gain of, it's still even about 3 yards.
That's a much better job there by the Jackson defense, number 34 in there on that stop.
2nd and 7. 11 minutes still to go in the opening quarter. Star Valley picked off Jackson on a halfback pass on the first play from scrimmage. Smith McClure back in at shotgun. Here's a toss ahead to Calgren. Calgren has the hole, and he's running down to the 30. Cuts it back across the grade 10, 5, and leans into the goal line, but stopped just shy. It will be 1st and goal from the 1. Bailey Calgren on the reception, cut upfield.
Bailey showing off some speed there. Let's look at it again here on the Fall River Propane replay. And they fooled me, Duke. I actually thought Smith McClure still had it. So next thing you know, Bailey Calgren's down to the 1.
Playing tailback, Clay Merritt. Here's a pitch to Clay, and he's in standing easy. Touchdown for the senior lineman. Lining up as tailback, and Merritt gets in from 1 yard away.
And, we saw Clay carry it 3 times in a row out in Green River. I really do think if you wanted to just hand him the ball as the fullback, he could handle it. He was basically just shoved in the shoulder to say, we don't like this. That's basically how that was. That's the only contact that happened on that play.
Hot start for the Braves. They get an interception on the first play from Jackson's offense. Here's a low snap on the PAT, but the hold is put up and good, and it's in. 7-0 Star Valley. 1.5 minutes into the game on the SVI Sports Network.
Hey, this is Duke and Dal, and recently we decided to do a little less broadcasting and a little more banking. We even made our own logos. The Bank of Duke and Dal of Wyoming is open for business. Ooh, we already got a phone call. Nice. Bank of Duke and Dal of Wyoming. You want to make a deposit? Yeah, we'll take your money.
As you can see, our customer satisfaction is on the rebound.
Bank of Duke and Dal, how can I help you? Oh, you want to make a withdrawal? No, that money's gone. Who do you think we are? First Bank of Wyoming? Jeez.
Hey Braves fans, now you can follow your favorite players during the game with a complete Star Valley football roster online, including player pictures and bios. Scan the code on your screen or visit svinews.com/football roster.
Live coverage of Braves football continues now on the SVI Sports Network.
After the touchdown, Kristoff, the ensuing kickoff, fielded at the 1-yard line once again by Brunner. He's going to cut up through the 20, breaks through into the 25. He's brought down from behind, and that's going to be a flag on the tackle.
Tayson Tittenser got him on the tackle. Special teams, you're going to say he got his face mask. And I would imagine that's a 15-yard variety. Certainly, Brunner went down like it was a 15-yard face mask.
Officials will look at it and mark off the 15 yards.
That's going to be up to about the 40, so good starting field position here for the Bronx.
They drew up the halfback pass on their first play from scrimmage, and it resulted in an interception from Lane Wiebelhaus. So we'll see what happens now. Harrison Ward remains in the pistol set. Fullback to his right, tailback is Thomas May. He has two receivers on the right. Here's the tailback handoff. Thomas May falls forward, and is brought down for 4-ish yards on the first down carry.
He'll take 4 yards for that Bronx running game. I grew up in the Robert Linford coach in the varsity era, and he used to say, give me 3 yards a carry and I'll win the game. And he won a lot of dang games that way.
Well, they get 4 yards that time. Ball spotted on their own 44-yard line. Star Valley up 7-0 early in the game. 9:55 to go in the opening quarter. Flanked out wide to the right is Seb Brunner. Once again, Harrison Ward in the pistol set. To his right is Justin Castano.
Be a fun matchup there with Brunner and Merritt.
Porter's on the corner, flanked out left to cover him man-to-man. Here's Ward. He'll hand off again, and May works to the left side, gets through the initial attack, and is brought down a yard or so shy of the first down near the 49-yard line.
That was a nice job of elusive running for Thomas May, because Clay Merritt broke into the backfield really quickly, and it looked like Clay was going to have him wrapped up, but May was able to elude him and pick up about 5. Brings up 3rd and short.
Right at the 49-yard line, the Jackson 49, and the Bronx look to convert after back-to-back running plays. 3rd and short, just shy of midfield. Ward again in the pistol. Low snap, picks it up, hands off to Ward, and he's stopped. He will not get the first down. He was wrapped up at or behind the line of scrimmage, and it's 4th and short.
Yeah, that's going to be a tackle for a loss. Braves defense all over that one. Take a look at it here on the Fall River Propane replay. Just no room there to run.
4th and about 1.5 yards now. The nose of the football in between the 48 and 49-yard line. The Bronx will need the 50 to convert, and it looks like they may go for it here. 4th and a short 2 yards. 8:20 to go, and the Bronx at least lining up as if they will snap the ball at midfield. Here's Ward in the pistol, snaps, pitch out, right side. May looks for the corner, and he can't get it. Brought down, and that will be a turnover on downs. In the backfield to make the tackle, Cooper Lawson.
I don't blame him for going for it, Duke, just the way things are going. But, man, the Star Valley defense coming up big on those last 2 plays. When you have less than 1 yard to go to get first, the defense comes in and pushes you back twice. That's a little demoralizing.
Star Valley offense back out onto the field, and again will start the possession inside Jackson territory just like they did on the last one. I formation with Hilton under center. He's going to have split backs behind him with Thompson 11, number 31 and number 32. Here's a turnoff and a fullback dive to Thompson, and Grant's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage and dropped for no gain.
Bronx not fooled on that fullback carry. A lot of times you'll see the initial lineman not really prepared to make that tackle with that run we've seen with this offense. The Bronx were ready for it that time. No gain at all.
Smith McClure will come in to play shotgun quarterback. We'll have a receiver to his left. Man in motion is Calgren. Fake the pitch and hand off to Levitt. Jesse's sit at the line. He does go ahead. Forward progress for a couple. It's going to be 3rd down and about 8 from the 45.
Again, the Jackson defense doing a nice job there. Not allowing a lot of space. About 1 yard is all. Maybe 2.
Looks like a passing down, and Coach Young will send in Cooper Lancaster, flanked wide to the right. Porter Merritt and Cash Lancaster also out there. A lot of speed on the right side.
And why not? Cooper's season's done as far as underclassmen
Here's
stuff.
Smith. He's going to throw the out route and caught on the sideline. He did haul it in. A great catch from Bryson Neal. He was the receiver on the left. I don't think he had the first down, though. He caught it on the sideline, fell out of bounds. He's going to be yards short, but certainly 4 down territory.
Yeah, they needed 8 yards, and he got 7.5, it looks like.
4th down and 1, and the Star Valley offense going to stay out there. Tristan Hilton and the short yard package will come in here. 7:07 to go. First quarter, Braves up 7-0, 4th and 1 from the Jackson 38-yard line.
Opportunity for the Bronx here, although this is not easy to stop.
Hilton under center. Here's the pitch to Levitt. First down and more across the 35 and falls down forward down to the 30. And you want to know who was all the way deep in the secondary blocking? The quarterback. Tristan Hilton leading the way on that pitch back.
Well, we talked about Tristan kind of being the short yardage quarterback, and he has been since he's a sophomore. He's a big kid. You can see number 11 out there. In fact, he kind of had to search for someone to hit there at the end. He's about 210 pounds, and we've mentioned a rodeo kid, not afraid of contact at all.
Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down. Now a 1st and 10 from the Jackson 30-yard line. Hilton remains under center. Calgren in motion, but hand off to Levitt. Tailback dive in a big hole for Jesse. Cuts it back to the 30, and he's wrapped up at the 15-yard line and brought down. Another Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down on the first down run for Levitt.
It's going to end up being about 17 yards there for Jesse on that one, and he is picking up yardage in chunks because the offensive line, look at the hole he's driving through. My goodness.
Inside the Riverside Dental Crimson Zone.
5 carries, 44 yards for Levitt here in this first quarter.
Bryson Neal flanked wide right, split backs behind Hilton, who is under center. Man in motion is Wilkes. Pitch out to Wilkes. Runs. Jesse lead blocks, and Wilkes gets to the 10, and he's brought down shy of the 5. Going to be about the 9-yard line, and Wilkes will pick up about 4, maybe 5 yards on the pitch.
Wiley has been, we knew he was going to come into this season being a really tough linebacker. I've been really pleased with his offensive production this year as a running back, as a receiver, as a blocker. In fact, I even thought right there that might even be a throw because he plays on the Jackson Giants baseball team. He's got a great arm.
That he does. Wiley spent some time in Jackson over the summer playing baseball. Here's Smith McClure in the shotgun. Hand off to Levitt. Double hand off to Canyon Hurd. Canyon down to the 5. Oh, he's tackled just shy of the 5. And it was a double handoff from first to Levitt, then hands off to Hurd, who stopped for a short gain.
Here on your Fall River Propane replay.
Going to be 3rd down and about 3 yards to go for the Star Valley offense inside the 10 of the Riverside Dental Crimson Zone. Jackson's defense looking for a stop here. 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Hilton under center, fakes the pitch, hands off to Wilkes, has a corner, has a hole, and bulldozes himself into the end zone. Touchdown for Wiley Wilkes. He was met at the goal line by Cameron Kendall. Wiley won that battle, and it's 6 for Wilkes on the perimeter.
Moly. That was a bulldozer move if you'll ever see one. And it's one-on-one. You can tell right there Wiley's like, I'm getting in the end zone.
Makes it 13-0 with 4:57 to play in the opening quarter. Chris Stoff for the ensuing PAT. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick is good. 14-zip Braves in the fall brawl on the SVI Sports Network and Jackson Hole Radio.
When I turned 10, we had my birthday party at the Fun Zone in Afton. It was awesome. Me and my friends got to watch movies on the big screen, play foosball, ping pong, and air hockey. We had the big basketball and volleyball courts we could run around in. It was so fun that my brother decided to have his wedding reception there. And we are planning a family reunion at the Fun Zone. Kids love it, and parents will too. For reservations, visit thefunzone.com.
Treat yourself to a luxurious staycation with a cozy cabin getaway at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton. Get the locals discount by using promo code SVILOCAL. Every cabin has its own oversized soaking tub, big screen TV, fireplace, and includes free breakfast. Or upgrade to the cozy couples cabin with your own jetted jacuzzi tub. Find luxury right here with a staycation at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Use promo code SVILOCAL for the locals only discount.
Wiley Wilkes on the touchdown. Here's the ensuing Kristoff kickoff. It's going to be short and fielded at the 9-yard line. Picked up by Kendall. Actually, nope, that's Hannah. Andrew Hannah up to the left sideline. Hannah's on the run, 35-40, and brought down shy of the 45-yard line. Andrew Hannah, a big return, and it's 1st and 10 for the Bronx at their own 44. So 4:47 to go here in the first quarter. Star Valley's up 14-0 against the visiting Jackson Bronx.
So far, so good for the Braves defense. They have picked off Harrison, or actually, they actually picked off Thomas May, and then they forced a turnover on downs. Harrison Ward hasn't attempted a pass yet, Duke. It's all we talked about. Don't they know that's all we get to talk about?
It is kind of surprising and maybe part of the game plan. This time he'll throw, works to the right side, caught by Kendall on the short route. He's whipped down hard by Bryson Neal. It is going to be a gain of about 5 up to the 49-yard line.
First reception of the game for the Bronx. Tyson Kendall reels that in for about 5 yards, as you mentioned.
4:27 and counting on our Bank of Star Valley scoreboard here in the opening quarter. Bryson Baxter has been getting more and more game time on the nose tackle spot. He's in there right now to clog up the middle of the line for the Braves defense. And here is the snap to Ward. He'll throw again, goes center, and almost picked off again by the Braves. It was in and out of the hands of both Gaskell and Wiebelhaus. I think Gaskell may have tipped it, and that deflected it out of Wiebelhaus's hands.
I think that's exactly what happened. I think Lane would have had his second pick in the quarter. Let's take a look at it here on the Fall River Propane replay. Ward lets it loose over the middle of the field, and
hands on the head.
And that's Gaskell's way of saying, I guess I'll buy you a shake later. Sorry.
Clock stops on the incompletion. 4:06 to play in the first quarter. 3rd down and 5 now for Jackson. Once again in the pistol set is Harrison Ward at quarterback.
Bronx 0 for 1 on 3rd.
Thomas May, the tailback, in a 4-receiver set. He'll throw, looks left, caught shy of the sticks and hit and dropped. It's a fumble. They say it was caught and fumbled on the hit. Here's Wiley Wilkes, the scoop, down the sideline. 10-5, scoop and score. Touchdown, Braves.
Holy moly, what a play.
They say the pass was caught. I believe it was Porter Merritt who made the hit to dislodge the ball.
Yeah, there's the pass, the catch by...
It was Neal.
Yeah, torn out by Bryson Neal.
Bryson
tears it out, and Wiley Wilkes returns it for a touchdown. Cameron Kendall had the catch. He gets progress for about 3 yards, but then loses the pigskin.
20-0. Star Valley up big early. Dow in to kick the PAT is Jaden Crook.
Huh. Okay.
Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. Jawbone and all.
Well, Jaden is a soccer player, so he knows how to kick.
The PAT from Crook is good. It's 21-zip Braves after the scoop and score. Second touchdown of the game from Wiley, back in 30 seconds on SVI.
LCSD2's transportation department is now hiring route and activity drivers. The route driver is 7 hours per school day with medical, dental, and vision benefits, paid leave, and the Wyoming retirement system, while the activity driver is full-time, 40 hours per week, mostly on weekends, including medical, dental, and vision benefits, paid leave, and the Wyoming retirement system. The bus aide is 5 hours per school day, $16 per hour with paid training. Visit lcsd2.org for details and to apply. That's lcsd2.org.
This is Wiley Wilkes. You're watching Braves football on SGI Media.
Wiley the man tonight. He has a rushing touchdown and a defensive scoop and score from 50 yards away after the pass was caught but forced fumble from Bryson Neal, and the Braves lead 21-0, 3:53 to go in the first quarter.
So the Braves have, man, Duke, this is one of those Tecmo Bowl type of first quarters. Everything going right for the Braves.
The Kristoff kickoff is going to be deep and into the end zone for one of his touchbacks. About half of his kickoffs have been touchbacks on the season. And Jackson's offense comes out looking for some answers. They have a interception, a fumble return for touchdown, and a turnover on downs. And that's been the Bronx offense tonight.
And I think at this point, and the thing is, the Bronx have actually had pretty decent field position. They've been near midfield a couple of times already. Just got to hang on to the ball and see what happens. give yourselves a chance.
1st and 10 after the touchback. It will be spotted at the 20-yard line. 3:53 to play in the first quarter. Seb Brunner, I believe, doesn't have a reception yet tonight, correct?
There's only, no, he does not.
So he's playing slot right. Looks that way, but goes deep sideline and too deep, trying to find Tyson Kendall down the sideline, but great coverage. Cooper Lancaster followed him down the sideline, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, the Bronx right now, 2 of 5 on passing for 8 yards and a pick. So not exactly a stellar start, but the positive side of that is nowhere to go but up.
3 minutes, 48 seconds with the clock stopped there after the incompletion. Harrison Ward will run in from the sideline with the play and break the huddle at the 20-yard line. Pistol set once again. In the backfield behind him is Thomas May. 2 receivers to the right and 2 receivers to the left. Brunner again, slot right. Here's the snap. Ward will throw, looks to his left, comes back center, and caught on the run by Brunner, and they turns on the Jets and runs ahead for the first down. You can see that's what makes Brunner so good. He's fast, has the speed, moves the chains, and puts Jackson up across their own 35.
17-yard gain there for Sebastian Brunner. Here's a replay there from Fall River Propane. Ward's got a nice quick pass, nice quick motion, and Brunner on that crossing route knows what to do with it.
1st and 10 now from their own 38-yard line after the Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down. Ward again, shotgun, trips to his right this time. Will hand off to May, who's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Maybe half a yard.
Bottom of the pile there is number 62, Jesse Gibson, and had both legs. He wasn't going anywhere.
2nd and 10 to go with the clock rolling down to 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Braves up by 21. 2 offensive touchdowns and a defensive scoop and score off the fumble. Once again, 4 receivers with Thomas May in the backfield. Pistol set for Ward. Blitz up the middle. Ward throws quick left. Caught. Knee went down though. And because of that, Andrew Hanna will have a reception with no gain. Had some room to run, but his foot slipped out and his knee touched turf. Here's a look at it on the Fall River Propane replay.
Quick pass to the outside. There you can see that. And I don't think it went down the first time, but the second time it did.
3rd and 10, 2:20 to play and rolling here in the first quarter. Of course, we're looking for the kickoff at 7 o'clock tonight between Powell and Cody. That's a big game in the 3A West. Will have a huge impact on the playoff scenario. Star Valley's already locked in the number 1 seed. Jackson has been eliminated, so this game, all for pride. It's the season finale for the Bronx. Here's Ward to throw. Goes to the flat. Caught on the run and will be close to the first down. Broken tackle to get the first down. Tyson Kendall caught it at the sticks and then broke the tackle to push it across the 50 and inside Braves territory. First down for the Bronx.
Gain of 12 there for Tyson Kendall.
So far,
1 more yard. We'll call it 13.
So far, Dow Kendall's been the big threat on the receiver side for the Jackson Bronx.
4 different receivers for the Bronx.
Trips left side. 1:37 to play in the opening quarter. Ward will throw. Out pass to May, and he's tackled for a loss of 2 on the play. Claire Merritt and Grant Thompson both there in the backfield.
Once Clay gets his paws on you, you're not going anywhere. Returning All-Stater. Dad is the defensive coach. Can you imagine how much defensive football that kid has talked about to this point in his life?
It's a 2-yard tackle for loss, and the ball spotted back to the 50. 2nd down at 12, and an official's timeout here with 1:06 to play.
I'm guessing this is something to do with the equipment on one of the Bronx players.
Or is
he injured?
All right, well, to roll the clock now.
I think we're checking on May. He was kind of...
Okay, Jackson eventually does take the timeout. So we'll take the break as well. 1:02 to play. Braves up by 3 touchdowns on SVI first quarter.
We at Miles CPA love cheering on our Star Valley Braves in all their activities, from the performing arts to music, speech and debate, vocational clubs, athletics, and all other activities in which our local students participate. In fact, JR at Miles CPA was once a Skills USA leader himself.
This is JR with Miles CPA from both the Afton and Alpine offices. We wish the Braves success this school year in their academics, athletics, and activities. Be the best you that you can be. Go Braves.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal. The sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us, to the places that pull us, on roads that unite us. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to be the fuel that keeps you firing on all cylinders.
After the timeout, here's a 2nd and 12 for the Jackson Bronx at midfield. In the shotgun again is Ward. Pistol rather looks left. Quick throw caught by Kendall. He will get positive yards, but tackled for a gain of just 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I'm actually surprised that pass got through there. Big country Cooper Lawson had his hands up there, and I'm surprised they made it through. I thought that was going to be a batted pass.
3rd down, 40 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Star Valley up 21-0. Jackson with the football and inside Braves territory.
Bronx 0 for 2 on 3rd down and 1 of 3 on 3rd down.
Here's 4 receivers, 2 on either side for Harrison Ward. Pistol again, Thomas May in the backfield. Ward will throw, 3-step drop, looks to his right, and diving for the interception. Did he get it? Did he haul it in? And no, it looks like it's incomplete. Bryson kneeled.
Huh. I thought he brought it in,
but get his hands under it.
But there is a flag.
Clock is stopped at 16.9. Here's the replay. Couldn't see it there.
He didn't get up disappointed, though, did he? So he must know he didn't have his hands under it. Boy, from here it looked like he caught it. But
it's an illegal shift on Jackson is what the flag is. That penalty, of course, declined. And so it's going to be 4th down and 8 yards to go for Jackson.
This is the deepest the Bronx have been. It's already 21-0. I'm just saying, you might as well, you've already tried out some different plays. It wouldn't hurt to try it again, I don't think.
Well, the punt team is out there. Here's a snap. The kick is away. It's going to angle over to the right side, returnable at the 10-yard line, but no return for Star Valley off the punt. And the clock will stop at 6.5 seconds to go. I believe that was Bassett who hauled that in for no return.
Yep, it was. Good coverage there by the Jackson special teams.
6.5 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Star Valley football, they started both their 2 drives in Jackson territory, and this one's all the way back inside their own 15.
Yeah, this is easily the worst field position the Braves have had. In fact, like I said, the first quarter has been kind of like an exercise in cheat codes for the Braves on the scoreboard.
Tristan Hilton under center with the I formation of Grant Thompson fullback, Jesse Levitt the tailback, double tight end set. Man across the formation is Calgren. Turn and hand off. No, it's a play action throw deep down the middle, looking for Neal. Caught at the 50 and tackled at the 45-yard line. They sucked everybody in on the play action I formation and nailed a big catch inside Jackson territory. That will take us to the end of the quarter. Star Valley 21, Jackson 0 on the SBI Sports Network.
I think being in a small town, you just
really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
It's the SVI Sports Network with Duke and Dow and live coverage of Star Valley football.
For those watching, that's the Wiley Wilkes scoop and score, his second touchdown of the game. He has a rushing one as well. That one on defense just before the break. Tristan Hilton gets a chance to show off his arm. He hits Neal down the seam in the center field. And for a big gain, here's 1st and 10 for the Braves inside Jackson territory at the 45. Calgren in motion. McClure throws to Calgren. He's hit in the backfield. And a big loss on the reception for Bailey of 5 yards.
Big number 55. That's a heck of a play. Loss of 5.
You know, that going back to the throw from Tristan, usually Smith is the throwing quarterback, but we've seen, Dow, throughout the season that Coach Young can let Tristan chuck the football. He's got a great arm, and if you're not ready for that, he'll catch you off guard.
He really does. It's kind of a disservice. I mean, we refer to him as the short yardage. He's got a good arm. He's a very capable passer.
2nd and 15, 4 receivers, 3 on the left-hand side. Smith McClure into play, quarterback on this one. Levitt remains in the backfield. Little miscommunication. Now they're set and ready to go. 2nd and 15 for Star Valley. Here's the snap. McClure will throw. Steps up, goes to his right. Caught by Neal on the sideline. Steps out of bounds. Neal's going to have about 7 yards, maybe 8, to put it inside the 45.
Gets back that tackle for lost yardage plus a few more. I think that's the kind of pass when we talk about the difference between Tristan's a good passer. Smith McClure, I mean, when you're throwing from the pocket to the outside corner, you got to have a rocket to put that out there. And his older brother Taft did it the last 2 years. And apparently he's got it too.
Nailed on the reception, lined up right side. Here's Bailey Calgren. Smith will throw. He's flushed out of the pocket, rolls right, hit as he throws, and almost had his man downfield. It was a skip off the turf to Wiley Wilkes. Couldn't get his hands under it, and it's 4th down.
And that's actually the first incomplete pass for the Braves in the game.
You can see 3 Broncs in the backfield causing pressure and forcing a tough pass on the run.
Yeah, some good pressure there. And still just about brings it in. Of course, you can see it bouncing off the turf.
With the field position, Star Valley will go for it here on 4th down and 7 yards to go. Trips to the left side once again. Smith McClure in the shotgun. Calls for the ball. He's under pressure. Sets up the screen and dropped by Levitt. It was just a little titch high. Jesse tried to get up and get the ball, but he can't haul it in. Incomplete pass on the screen play, and the Braves turnover on downs.
Broncs do a good job bringing some pressure, just enough to maybe put that ball a little off the mark, and Jesse had to fight through his shoulder pads to try and bring that in and just unable to do it.
Jackson will get the football, 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line, and it's going to be 10:37 to play in this second quarter with Star Valley up 21-0. Out comes the Jackson offense. Now, they were able to move the ball a little bit on their last possession, pushed it inside Star Valley territory, but couldn't quite get across the 40 and ended up punting away.
Harrison Ward has found some different receivers. In fact, 5 different ball catchers for the Broncs in that first quarter.
Ward's in the pistol with Thomas May again behind him. 2 receivers on both sides, no tight ends. Here's a play action roll to his right. Under pressure, steps up, eludes the pressure, keeps rolling to his right. Now flings it downfield in coverage, and it's almost intercepted again as Star Valley went up to get that, but a big collision knocks the ball loose, and it's incomplete.
I thought Cash Lancaster was going to bring that down, but as you mentioned, a big collision. It might have even been with Simon Gaskell. Jesse Levitt with the pressure in the backfield. You can see Cash going up.
Actually, it was Wiebelhaus. Man, you jump over Lane Wiebelhaus, you are in the air.
He was. He's up there. Lane's 6'5", so he was up there a ways.
So no wonder Cash took a second to get up after that. Great defensive play again, though, and it's 2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
Tell you what, Ward's got a nice arm. He can flick that thing.
Did a great job eluding the pressure put on in the backfield. 10:29 to go in the second quarter. 2nd down and 10 from their own 42. Ward will throw off a low snap. Goes quickly to the right side and behind his receiver and incomplete. Looked like he was trying to find Seb Brunner and couldn't connect.
Porter Merritt was right there. That's been a fun battle, which at this point you'd have to say has been in Merritt's favor. Brunner with 1 catch, 17 yards thus far. He averages, as you mentioned in the pregame, Duke, about 145 a game. Still plenty of game left, but so far tilting Star Valley's favor.
3rd down and 10 to go. Back-to-back incompletions for the Bronc offense with 10:23 to go in the second quarter. Ball spotted on their own 42-yard line. Trips to the right side. It's going to be McNamara split wide to the right. Actually, he'll send out a teammate. McNamara will be slot. Also with him is Brunner, left side also. Here's the snap to Ward. He'll throw again on 3rd and 10. Fires and almost intercepted again by Weeblehouse. And that one was right in his breadbasket. He turned around and hit him in his hands, and
I think Gaskell.
Oh, Gaskell, you're right. I think that one was too easy, Dow. That one just went right to him, and I'm not sure he's quite ready for it. He turned, and there it was.
Oh, boy. Yeah, right there. Everybody looks at their hands. The betrayal of the hands. That's what we call that look.
4th and 10, and Jackson 3 consecutive incompletions on that series, and they'll go 3 and out. Punt unit comes back out. 10:17 is where the clock is stopped in the first quarter.
So Bailey Calgren and Colin Bassett.
Smock in to punt this one away for the Broncs. Here's a clean snap. Kick is away. It's a good wobbly spiral. Filled it on the run by Calgren going behind. Now running up to the 20. Here's Calgren. Bailey with a big block and a wall. Put his shoulder down at the sideline and drags the tackler up across the 40. That was a nice wall set up by the return team, and a big return from Bailey Calgren, who is 2nd in 3A in punt return yardage.
Bailey's done a terrific job on special teams, especially punts this year. And there is a huge block. I don't know if it shows up. It doesn't show up on the replay, but boy, one of the Jackson players.
I think it was Wiley. Wiley Willis right there.
Absolutely decleated right there.
I think Wiley was ready to play today.
I think so. I'm glad I'm up here.
10 minutes to go before halftime.
I might have said something like a joke about him at some point that he's still thinking about. I don't know.
This is for Dow. 10 minutes to go in the game. Second quarter, rather. 10 to go in the second. Here's a handoff to Levitt. Looks for the outside. Pulling guards out there to lead him away. And Jesse's running down the field and tripped up by Brunner after a big gain on the outside. All the way inside Jackson territory, but a flag on the play back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's clear back here at the line of scrimmage, as you mentioned.
Look at the lead blocking, though, on the rollout down.
Yeah,
Clay Merritt and Garrett Carlson.
Saw that all week last week in Green River. But as you mentioned, this one's coming back. Good speed from Brunner to go over and bring down Jesse, too, because he's not an easy tackle.
So the penalty is going to wipe off a big gain.
Yeah, it would have been about a 15-yarder. Instead, it's heading the other way. In fact, that's the first accepted penalty of the game.
Wow. So a hold is the call. 10-yard penalty. Pushes the ball back inside the 35 down to the 34.
See, the Broncs had one earlier on an illegal shift, but the Braves declined it. So referees have not been too busy today.
1st and 20 for Star Valley. Takes off a first down and pushes the ball all the way back to their own 34-yard line. Here's play action. Cooper is flushed. No, it is Smith. He's flushed out, rolls right, now looks downfield, caught on the sideline. Near the 50-yard line is Porter Merritt coming back to his quarterback and making a big play to make it 2nd down at about 5.
13-yard gain. Tell you what, Cooper's got a pretty good arm too, doesn't he?
That was Smith. I thought it was Cooper,
sorry,
but it was Smith.
Well, we already know he is.
That 4 can sometimes look like a 1. Cooper does come in on this play, but he's flanked out wide to his left. He's out there with Cash Lancaster and Porter Merritt. Kneeled alone on the right. Smith in the backfield. McClure will throw quickly left on the slant. Caught, broken tackle, and then pushed backwards and hit hard, hit high-low. Porter Merritt is going to hop up and be just shy of the first down.
We'll call it about 5 more for Porter Merritt. Back-to-back catches.
A big hit here. Boom. Number 52 that came in and made the big hit. That's Jack Barazay. 3rd and 1.
Braves just 1 of 3 on 3rd down.
Ball on the Jackson 42. Here's the pitch to Levitt. He'll have the first down, tackled around his ankles, but falls forward across the 45. That's a Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down, and the Braves move the ball inside down to the 43-yard line.
Moves the chains. Substitutions come in. Canyon Hurd in. Lane Wiebelhaus in at tight end.
Hurd's going to flank out wide left. Kneeled on the right. Clock down to 8:15 before halftime. Shotgun for McClure. Turns, hands off to Levitt. Big hole for Jesse again. He'll have another Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down. Bravo to the line again, Dow. Jesse was not touched until 8 or 9 yards down the field.
And a gain of 13.
Great blocking, 1st and 10 up to the 31-yard line.
Jesse up to 70 yards on 7 carries.
Quick Battleson Brothers battle stat. Split backs again with Hilton back in at quarterback under center. Play action. Hilton rolls to his right, looks downfield, hits Wiebelhaus on the second level, and he's tackled inside the red zone, inside the 20. On the rollout, he had 3 receiver options, short, middle, and deep. He went middle, and here's the replay.
Senior to senior here on senior night against the Bronx. Lane going up and picking that one out of the air for a gain of 15.
So a Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down. They'll spot the ball at the 17-yard line. 7:40 to play before halftime.
It's not your house. It's Wiebelhaus.
That's right. So inside the Riverside Dental Crimson Zone. Smith McClure back in with a bunch of tight ends. Hand off to Levitt, works it left, bounces upfield, and does get inside the 15. Brought down for roughly 5 yards on the carry.
You know what? And that's a great carry from Jesse. I want to give credit to Smith McClure. He carries this fake out like he has the ball, and he is running a sprint down to the pylon like he's going to score. That stuff sets up plays so much better later on. He deserves a ton of credit for that, I think.
He'll head to the sideline as Hilton comes back in with the I formation set under center. Thompson and Levitt in the backfield. Here's play action. Tristan rolls again to his right, fires deep end zone, and overthrew everybody. Was trying to hit Neal going towards the pylon. Couldn't connect, and it's too much on that. Incomplete third down up and coming, and 6 to go.
And that was Tristan's first incomplete pass of the night. He's 2 of 3, 58 yards. Smith McClure 6 of 7. And the touchdowns have come on the ground and on defense, but the passing game's been very efficient.
From inside the Riverside Dental Crimson Zone. Shotgun for Smith McClure, double tight ends. One receiver on either side. Hand off to Levitt. Nice big hole for Jesse. He'll have the first down and stumbles inside the 5. Almost a touchdown, but somebody saved it with a shoestring tackle. Got Jesse spun around, tripped up, and it's 1st and goal.
Yeah, he ends up kind of backing his way in, and I think if he'd have been able to keep his footing and been heading forward, no way you'd have kept him out of the end zone. Instead, still a gain of 15, though, and a moving of the chains.
Here's Bryson Baxter coming in to play this big set on the offensive line, and it's going to be 1st and goal from the 3.
This is Canyon Hurd, I believe, in the backfield.
Hilton under center. Pitch to Canyon, works to the right, and he is stopped shy of the goal line. Got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was it. That was number 77 of Jackson on the tackle. And unfortunately, Dow, we weren't able to get a Jackson roster, so
I'm going to solve that at halftime. I apologize.
Right. So 77 for Jackson with the big tackle. Hurd remains the tailback here on 2nd and goal. Pitch back to Canyon. This time he's in. Yes! Just barely got across. And touchdown. Canyon Hurd with 6:06 to play in the first half.
I think he was surprised how big that hole was. He almost staggered into the end zone here.
He got hit there, and
that's enough.
Almost got stopped, but he's in.
Gets a hug from Coach Young. Christoph back out there. Didn't know if he was going to lose his PAT job to Jaden Crook after that last one.
That's right. Here's a kick that's almost blocked, but it does sneak up and over and through. 28-zip Braves, 2nd quarter on SVI and Jackson Hole Radio.
How can we reduce our stress?
Yoga.
Journaling.
Therapy goats. No, and absolutely not. The correct answer is Point S Tire and Auto. Therapy goats? Really?
I'm Dr. Mark Johnson from Riverside Dental. This has been another milestone year for us. To accommodate our growing practice and our growing community, we've recently brought on Dr. Jorgensen. His addition to our team has allowed us to expand our hours to include Fridays, making us more available than ever before. Here at Riverside, we provide a full range of dental services, including dental implants, wisdom teeth removal, same-day crowns, root canals, and pediatric dentistry. Come join our Riverside family as we help you on your journey to a healthier smile.
Time to go back to the field with more live coverage of Braves football on the SVI Sports Network.
Smith McClure connecting with Porter Merritt down the field on that play. Here's a couple more down the field to set up Canyon Hurd to pick up what Dal, I believe, is his first touchdown of the season. Correct?
I believe you are correct. It's always fun to get in there, and he's been close a couple times and plays. He kind of does everything. Plays defense, special teams, gets a carry or a catch here and there.
There's the touchdown,
and
just
that was
across.
I think that was one of those moments where the coaches were probably like, "What? Canyon didn't have a touchdown yet?"
Christoph kickoff will be left short at the 10-yard line. It's going to be fielded by Kendall. Comes right. A big tackle and a flag on the play. Two flags on the play.
I think they came across his face mask. This could be, I think it's probably going to be a 5-yarder.
Yeah, let's send it over to Jake Hibbert as they sort out the flags. Jake, what do you got? Game break for us.
Well, like you guys know, there's not a whole lot happening on the west side right now. So let's check out the east side. It's Douglas Lander. Lander went up 7-0 early, but Douglas, you see right here, Trey Rinn finding the back corner to Owen Meyer. Douglas rolling. They're up 21-7 in the second. Back to you.
Thank you, Jake. And Douglas, of course, favored in that one. So the return was short on the kickoff, but Star Valley's cover team with a face mask that pushes Jackson all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, I made that guess of a 5-yarder. I was wrong. It was 15.
So good field position here for the Bronx. 5:59 to go before halftime. Star Valley up 28-0 over visiting Jackson. Once again, Harrison Ward in the pistol set. He'll hand off to May, and he can't get much of anything. He does get a little push from behind to give him a couple of yards on the first down carry.
He kept battling. It looked like he's going to get 0, and he's ended up, I think by the time it's all said and done, he's going to get about 3 yards. 5 carries, 11 yards for Thomas May. And as we predicted, it's been tough sledding, running the ball against this Star Valley defense.
Simon Gaskell just subbed out of the game, holding his left elbow. He did not dress last week due to an injury. He's in the game tonight, but as of right now, he's on the bench.
It's a big elbow.
Yeah. But you know what?
Everything about Simon is big.
You sub out Simon for a kid like Riley Erickson, you don't lose much.
Yeah, Riley, he's very solid.
Here's Kendall in motion for the Jackson Bronx on 2nd down and 7. Ward will throw, fakes, now goes deep downfield and almost intercepted again. But again, two Braves players run into each other and it drops incomplete. Wiebelhaus and Neild both there and neither can get it.
I think that's about the 3rd time that's happened tonight. Look at it again here on the Fall River Propane replay. They're going to have to start using baseball rules here and calling for the ball. Center field, right field. They keep running into each other. I'll tell you what, this one pick in this game, and it could very easily be more.
Yep. So that was incomplete. The intended target was Tyson Kendall. And here's 3rd down and 7 for the Jackson offense from their own 43-yard line.
Bronx are 1 of 5 on 3rd down.
Thomas May will have Brunner in motion, sets up trips to his left. Ward will throw rather, hits Brunner on the out route, but he's tackled and hit immediately by Merritt. Pushed backwards, forward progress will get him up to about the 46 or 47, but well short of the first down. Needed 7 and picked up about 4.
And I don't know if there's definitely some intensity here between Merritt and Brunner. I don't know if it's created beforehand or just for the game, but Porter Merritt has been on him like white on rice tonight.
Is that his second completion or second reception tonight?
Yes.
And he leads the state with leads 3A with 142 receiving yards per game. And at 4th and 3 from their own 43, Coach White is going to send out the punt unit once again. Jensen Smock will Kickoff to Bailey Calgren, who's on the left side, and Cash Lancaster on the right. Here's the snap. Smock will have it. Low kick. It's going to be fielded on the bounce by Calgren at the 10-yard line. That is a block to the 15 and 20. Hits the sideline to the 30 and pushed out of bounds near the 35-yard line. No flags and another big return for Bailey Calgren.
He has done just a phenomenal job. And I would say especially at punt return, which I consider that to be even more difficult because you never know where the ball's going to go. You never know what type of ball you're going to get, whether it's spinning or end over end. I just think Bailey's done an amazing job back there this season.
We've seen him return them catching over his shoulder on the run. That one off the bounce on a low punt.
Just extremely good hands.
1st and 10 now from the 34-yard line for the Braves. 3:51 to play before halftime. Star Valley up 28-0 over visiting Jackson in this rendition of the fall brawl. Here's McClure to throw, goes into double coverage, and it's almost picked off. He was trying to hit Cash Lancaster down the field, and double coverage there and couldn't quite connect.
I'm trying to pick out the number here, but the Bronx had a better chance at that than anybody else.
Looks like it was Kendall.
Yeah, number 4, Cameron Kendall, which messes with me, Duke, because there's a Cameron Kendall that plays for the Braves too.
Oh, there's a flag. Didn't see that. There's going to be a flag against Star Valley. That's going to be a hold on the Braves. That will push them all the way back to their own 24-yard line. So redo first down, but it's 1st and 20 now.
Third penalty totaling 35 yards on the Braves in this first half.
Smith McClure in the pistol set. Stack trips to his right side. One receiver flanked wide to the left. Here's a draw play. Handoff to Levitt. Breaks one tackle. Now he's off to the races. Still running and tackled just shy of the 40-yard line. That one looked like it may have been snuffed out by the Bronx, but Levitt breaks it and turns it into a big gain.
About 18 yards. And that puts Jesse over 100 yards for the half. I've got him with 10 carries, 108 yards.
Sets up a 2nd down and 7 after the draw carry, and it's up to the 38-yard line where it's 3:08 and counting in the half.
103 yards.
So Levitt over the century mark, 2nd quarter. Couple tight ends here. Smith McClure in the pistol. Man in motion. Throw ahead to the motion man. That's Bassett. He'll throw. Bassett looks downfield. Caught by Wilkes. He's hit but keeps running. Puts his shoulder down and plows over some defenders. And he's finally taken out of bounds. We've seen this play a few times from Bassett throwing. And Wiley Wilkes is punishing people tonight. He will not go down.
Let's look at it again. In fact, I think this might be reception or pass completion number 5 for Colin Bassett. And Colin finds Wiley, and then look at this finish. Bounces back, boom, boom. Looks like Mike Allstott out there.
Man. And one of the Jackson Bronx slow to get up, rather. It looked like he did get up initially, but then went back down. So it is going to be a 1st and 10 for Star Valley after the big run after catch for Wiley Wilkes. 2:43 to go in the 2nd quarter. We'll take a 30-second injury timeout live on SBI and Jackson Hole Radio.
This fall, don't let your internet haunt you. Summon the Home Zone app with Experience IQ and unmask who's haunting your service. Protect all your devices this Halloween season with Home Zone, only at Silver Star.
It's the SVI Sports Network with Duke and Dow and live coverage of Star Valley football.
The injured Jackson Bronx is Waylon Cosby. He is able to get off the field under his own power. He's one of the Jackson players that met Wiley Wilkes on that last play. 1st and 10 for Star Valley. McClure pump fakes, goes deep right, has Neal on the run, and just through his fingertips, it was half a yard too deep, and Bryson Neal couldn't quite haul it in. That was a missed touchdown down the right side.
Not a bad pass, just about a foot too long. Yeah, Bryson trying to run underneath it, and just that much. Bryson's already had a nice game to this point. 3 catches, 58 yards.
So the clock is stopped at 2:36. 2nd and 10 from the Jackson 42-yard line. Braves up 28-0 over the rival Bronx. Here's the throw ahead to Bailey, and he's eaten up in the backfield. And a big tackle for loss. Going to turn a 2nd and 10 into 3rd and about 12.
Miguel Garcia, number 55. We've called his name quite a bit. Also in there, number 41, Cooper McClanson. Excuse me, that's Justin Castagno. Sorry, I got fooled by the double numbers here on the roster.
Passing situation for the Braves offense after back-to-back, the good play there for the Jackson Bronx defense. 2 minutes to go before halftime. And Smith McClure will be in at quarterback with trips to his left side. Clock is rolling. McClure will take the snap and look to throw. Flushed out, rolls left, comes back to his right. He'll tuck it and run. Now throws down the field. Caught at the sideline. Did he get his feet down? Yes, he did. Rich Neild catches it on the sideline. A good toe tapper. And it's a first down with Smith McClure on the run.
Gain of 16. That was one heck of a play. Look at Smith step up in the pocket, then flush out, and zip it down there for the 16-yard catch.
Bryson Neild on the reception, and another Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down. 1:30 to go before halftime. Star Valley does have 3 timeouts remaining, but no need to take them right now. Still a lot of time with the ball spotted inside the 30. McClure again will set to throw in the shotgun. In fact, he hands off to Levitt instead. Jesse spins at the line, puts his shoulder down, and pushes inside the 20-yard line. Really close to a first down. Clock is rolling down at 1:08 now. It's going to be a 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1, inside the Riverside Dental Crimson Zone.
Brought down by Logan Ward of the Bronx.
Levitt remains in the backfield with Smith McClure in the shotgun. Cogren across the formation in motion. Hand off to Levitt, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage. Needed just a yard to move the chains, and I'm not sure he got there.
Connor Scott in there on that stop.
Timeout taken by the Braves to stop the clock. Back in a minute on the SBI Sports Network.
Live coverage of Braves football continues now on the SBI Sports Network.
Here's the halfback pass from Colin Bassett down to Wilkes and punishing the Jackson defense. That was a big play on this drive, and now Star Valley looking at a 3rd and 1 from the Jackson 19-yard line. 2 timeouts remaining, 47 seconds before half. Braves up 28-0 with Smith McClure in the shotgun. Calgren split wide to the right, Levitt in the backfield, 2 tight ends. Smith will wait for the ball, now has it. Throws down the seam, wide open, caught, touchdown! Between the hashes was Lane Wiebelhaus. 5th touchdown of the half. And with 42.5 to go before halftime, the Braves up 34-0.
First touchdown for Lane. He also had an interception, so catching passes from everybody tonight.
Lane wide open in the goal line between the hashes, and Jaden Crook back in for the PAT. Lancaster will hold. Jaden's kick will be blocked. That one went right into the line in front of him, so the PAT no good. 42.5 to go, first half. Braves up 34-0 over Jackson. SBI and Jackson Hole Radio.
Did you know you can manage your healthcare from anywhere? Whether you're at home, work, or on the go, our free MyChart patient portal makes it super simple to stay in the know and connected. You can request and manage appointments, renew your prescriptions, and view your test results. You can also message your care team right from MyChart. It's your healthcare all in one powerful patient portal. To sign up and get started, Go to starvalleyhealth.org.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
Live coverage of Braves football continues now on the SVI Sports Network.
Touchdown for the Braves just before halftime. And with 42.5 to go, here's the ensuing kickoff. This will be a pooch kick bouncing at the 30 and plastered on the return. Coming down to make the hit for Star Valley was Wyatt Martini. And it's going to be no return, but it was a short kick, so still pretty good field position up to about the 30.
Great coverage there from Martini. He was all over that. Wyatt's played a good season. I talked about the underclassmen and what they've done this year on their own level, and Wyatt's had a very good season. And of course, now that their season's over, you get to play a little more varsity time.
Jackson will have 2 timeouts, 40 seconds to go. Ball's at their own 32, so about a 68-yard field in front of Jackson to try and push this down and get points before halftime. They do have a good kicker. Smock has made a 42-yarder on the season. Here's a pass over to McNamara. It's caught and tackled for a short gain up to about the 37, 38-yard line. So give him about 5, maybe 6 on the reception.
That is the most 4-looking 9 I've ever seen. I'm struggling with that. It's right there. You can see it. I was just, thank goodness for high definition.
So Coach White will call it a half. He has 2 timeouts, but he elects to just let the time expire after that reception. And into the locker rooms. In the fall brawl for 2023, the Star Valley Braves lead at 34-0 over Jackson in the regular season finales. Star Valley Health Halftime Show coming up live on SVI Media, Swift 98, Jackson Hole Radio. It's all part of the SVI Sports Network.
Hello. Using tracking skills I've acquired pretending to be a national park ranger, I'm going to locate a customer of Rocky Mountain Yeti. Thanks to Rocky Mountain Yeti, these people are having their very first adventure.
We actually do this all the time.
Thanks to Rocky Mountain Yeti, where legendary customer service is not a myth.
The Bank of Star Valley would like to congratulate Jesse Gibson on being this week's Man of the Week.
Jesse Gibson, son of Don and Laura Gibson, senior, Edna, Wyoming.
It looks like we have Gibson the tailback. Turn, pitch to Gibson, and Jesse's in, standing up, touchdown on the bread and butter. This time Jesse Gibson gets to run the ball.
Vail Valley Construction is your local source in Star Valley for quality asphalt paving. Whether it's residential or commercial driveway or parking, Vail Valley will have it done with great service at a great price. To get started, visit availvalley.com.
B&H Auto is your local source for all your auto maintenance needs. Oil changes, brakes, shocks, tires, and even mechanical repairs such as transmissions and other engine problems. Located on the north end of Afton, that's B&H Auto, service you can ride on.
This is Braves football and the Star Valley Health Halftime Show on the SVI Sports Network.
Big first half for the Braves. They lead it 34-0 with our Star Valley Health Halftime Show over the visiting Jackson Bronx. Star Valley Health, advanced, local, personalized. Visit starvalleyhealth.org. At the half, we just saw the defending state champs, the Star Valley Brave Cadets, perform. That full performance was recorded. We'll have it uploaded for you at the game. And now we're just going to go ahead and say it. The current state champs.
Why not?
The Star Valley Marching Braves. They earned the superior rating and all kinds of accolades at the state marching band competition last week. We are also going to record their performance here at the half, which is their state routine that was just so highly sought after.
Yes, the Decomposers, Bach from the Grave. Or whatever you want to do.
There you go.
Just a phenomenal job. You can watch the video online at svinews.com. And Coach Sand, Mr. Sand, he talked about the proficiency of playing the music as being a big part of the band getting that superior rating. And if you go back and watch that video, Duke, they really did. They nailed the music part. And then I can't speak to the marching part other than, whenever someone does something they shouldn't, you can probably pick it out. But other than that, they did a phenomenal job. Of course, they're all in makeup, too. They're all in, like, zombie makeup. So
that they are. So, again, we're recording the full performance tonight. We'll have that for you immediately following the broadcast for you to view. But here in this half, Dallas, been domination from kickoff to halftime for the Star Valley Braves. Let's take a look at this 34-0 score by the numbers with the Battleson brothers flooring Carpet 1 halftime battle stats.
Well, first for the Jackson Bronx, as you mentioned, Duke, just been tough sledding against the Star Valley defense. Harrison Ward, 9 of 14. He did not throw an interception. That was actually Thomas May who threw that pick. It was on the first offensive play of the game. It went to Lane Wiebelhaus. 9 receptions spread out across 5 different receivers. Seb Brunner, Cameron Kendall, Tyson Kendall, and Joey McNamara, each with 2 catches apiece, but just 51 yards through the air. On the ground, 6 carries for 10 yards. The Bronx with 2 turnovers, 1 interception, 1 lost fumble for a total of 61 total yards. It's been tough to get anything going against the Star Valley defense. Meanwhile, the Braves are very efficient first half through the air. Smith McClure, 9 of 11. Tristan Hilton, 2 of 3. Colin Bassett, 1 of 1. Colin Bassett had that 21-yard reception. Tristan Hilton, 58 yards through the air. Smith McClure has the rest, about 100 yards, as the passers have gone 12 of 15 as a team, 168 yards on the ground, 19 carries, 128 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. 1 receiving touchdown went to Lane Wiebelhaus. That was from from Smith McClure, So 168 through the air, 128 on the ground for a total of 296 in that first half for the Braves. And as you mentioned, Duke, it's just been utter domination in that first half, all crimson and gold.
That's a look at the halftime battle stats presented by Battleson Brothers Carpet 1 Floor at Home. Quality, price, service. That's Battleson Brothers Flooring. Now, before we go to break, how about some trivia time and see if we can give away a couples combo to Salt River Cinema.
Looking at the trivia tonight, Duke, Smith McClure, we were just talking about him. He has already gone over 1,000 yards now. He needed 12 passing yards, so he was set up to do that before the game started. He's now over 1,000 on the season. How many people, not how many seasons, how many people have passed for at least 1,000 yards for Star Valley in a season? The program dates back to 1928. Go ahead and use the number on the screen, 307-203-4637, or just use that number, 307-203-4637. Let us know, and if you get it correct, the first one correct gets a couples combo from Star Valley Station and Salt River Cinema.
It's all part of the Star Valley Health Halftime Show. Again, the Marching Braves performing right now. We're recording the broadcast of the halftime, and we'll have it uploaded for you immediately following today's game. Braves lead Jackson in Afton 34-0 on the Star Valley Health Halftime Show with SVI Media, Jackson Hole Radio, and the SVI Sports Network.
It's sale time at Battleson Brothers Carpet 1 Floor and Home in Afton. Stop by the showroom located half a block south of the Elkhorn Arch and take advantage of carpet, pad, and labor for only $2.99 per square foot. LVP is also on sale with the product available for $2.99 per square foot. Battleson Brothers also has carpet remnants available. That's Battleson Brothers Carpet 1 Floor and Home, open in Afton, just south of the Arch.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
Bill Nabe, I operate Teton Truss. We build roofing trusses, floor trusses, wall panels, and affordable homes. My relationship with Bank of Star Valley is very personable. I can call down to Thane, I can more on a first-name basis. I think Bank of Star Valley also uses character as well as credit score when it comes to making decisions. My dad once told me, going into business, you need a personal relationship with your banker, and I get just that.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive. It's gorgeous, and I get what I want.
I take my Caribou Ford to the Oregon Trail golf course.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I can check out inventory online before I go. Now that's service.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? Satisfaction.
We're Caribou Ford with top awards in the region for customer satisfaction, because we're still keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
Hi, Lynn Call from Star Valley. Recently, I took my dog to Dances with Dogs with Carrie Dance. Before I took him, he was kind of a wild runaround dog. I couldn't take him in the house. Now, after spending 2 weeks with Carrie, I can bring him in the house, I can put him on place, he'll stay there, he doesn't jump on people. If you have a dog that needs some training, that needs some behavioral training, take him or her to Carrie, because she can do an amazing job with them, and I would highly recommend Dances with Dogs.
This is Braves football and the Star Valley Health Halftime Show on the SVI Sports Network.
Star Valley Health Halftime Show. Again, find them online at starvalleyhealth.org. Still October and Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Remember early detection and find discounted mammograms all month long. Details at starvalleyhealth.org. Braves leading the Jackson Bronx at the half by a score of 34-0 is your halftime score right now. Let's send it down to the field. I believe that Bridger Wolfley had a chance to catch up with Coach McKay Young heading into the locker room to get his thoughts on that first half. Here's Bridger with the Miles CPA sideline report. Bridger.
Welcome back, Brave fans, to the second half of your Star Valley football game for tonight. Your Braves did really well in the first and second quarters of the game, leading the game with a score of 34-0 as of right now. I took some time and caught Coach McKay Young as he was taking the boys into the locker room and asked him if they have any sort of game plan for the second half to make sure they can take over the Bronx. And he decided to unleash his inner band kid. He said that he want to make sure they're crescendoing in their plays and ending on a high note. So make sure that you guys are staying tuned for the second half to watch and see if the Braves can really take down the Bronx and take home tonight's win. I'm your Miles CPA sideline broadcaster, Bridger Wolfley, and we'll be back for your post-game interview later tonight. Back up to you, Duke.
Thank you, Bridger Wolfley. Nicely done. Yes, that's a mic drop from Coach Young if I've ever seen one. That was fantastic. Sideline report with Bridger Wolfley. Again, Miles CPA located in Afton and Alpine. Not to be outdone. Let's take a look at what's happening around the state of Wyoming tonight. Of course, some games just kicking off, including one of high interest tonight with Powell and Cody. And maybe we'll have Jake Hibbard with us in just a few. And see if we got him from the Hibbard Studios here. Now, in the meantime, while we get Jake, let's do the answer to your trivia question here at the half and see if we have a winner.
So the question was, how many players have passed for at least 1,000 yards for Star Valley coming into the weekend? And the answer is 10. There have been 10 quarterbacks, 10 people who have passed for 1,000 yards in the season. Now it's 11 with Smith McClure. But if you texted in 10, you had the correct answer. Dude, do we have any winners?
We have a winner. We did have someone text in 10, and the phone number ends in 2594. 2594.
That's nicely done.
Yeah. If that's you, congratulations. You won that couples combo to Salt River Cinema. We'll have that at SVI Media on Monday. You can swing by and pick it up anytime next week. Congratulations for winning that halftime trivia and the couples combo from Salt River Cinema. We'll take another break here. Braves up 34-0. Star Valley Health Halftime Show. Star Valley, Jackson, SVI Sports Network.
Live coverage of Star Valley High School sports is provided by The Right Company. HTC Siding and Gutters, no job too big or too small. Red Tail Therapy, strength for everyone. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Quality Quick Lube, where quality comes quick. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
Down at the creek, Swift Creek Trading, that is.
It's not about selling hats, boots, and jeans.
It's about giving back to our Valley's youth and keeping our heritage and traditions alive.
When you shop at Swift Creek Trading, you help us sustain agriculture.
You help us perform. You help us compete. You help us brand our own businesses.
So come on down to the creek.
Swift Creek Trading, that is.
Where your purchase supports us.
Where your purchase supports us.
This is Braves football and the Star Valley Health Halftime Show on the SVI Sports Network.
At the half on SVI, it's Star Valley 34, Jackson 0 here on Swift 98, Jackson Hole Radio, and also SVI Media, all part of the SVI Sports Network. Duke Danson, Dal Erickson here with you. The Marching Braves just wrapped up their halftime performance of their state performance from last weekend that earned them that superior rating and 3 caption awards. Them and the Brave Cadets performance was recorded tonight. We'll upload that on the Star Valley Independent Facebook page, on the SVI Media YouTube channels directly after this broadcast concludes tonight. Dallas 34-0, Star Valley on top on this one. Let's see how the Braves have done so far with the Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game.
Well, key number one, I thought, was control the line of scrimmage. They've certainly done that, the Braves have, on both offense and defense. Basically 300 yards of offense and allowing just 60 yards of offense for their opponents. Key number two was to have an aggressive secondary. If anything, Duke, they might be a little too aggressive. They've been beating each other up back there. Otherwise, they might have a couple more picks. They do have 1 interception and 1 scoop and score, but the defense doing their job also. Limit turnovers. The Braves haven't turned it over yet, so good job there. And number 4, I would just throw that out there, game next week, because the Braves are in the playoffs next week, and you don't want to do anything to mess with that. So far so good on that as well. I'm not even going to say what you know that you think I'm trying not to say, and that's a look at your Rocky Mountain Yeti keys to the game.
Legend driven. That's Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton. Find them online also at RockyMountainYeti.group. Still having some connection issues, looks like, with Jake Hibbert tonight. Down, do you have any scores maybe you can run down for us while we work on that?
Yeah, I do. In fact, a couple of scores from yesterday, just recapping. The Evanston Red Devils defeating Green River 44-20 to claim that final spot in the 3A West. So they knock out teams like Jackson and Green River out of the playoffs. Also yesterday, Lyman defeated Cokeville 12-0 and took the number 2 seed out of the 2A West. Some scores from tonight. Sheridan doubling up Campbell County right now, 28-14. Cheyenne East beating up on Kelly Walsh, 41-8. Got a tight one between Thunder Basin and Natrona. That one's tied at 7 at the half. That is a slobber knocker of a score right there. Cheyenne Central leading Rock Springs 14-3, and Laramie blanking Cheyenne South 19-0 early on. Some scores from 3A Buffalo tripling up Rollins 21-7. Douglas now pulling away from Lander 35-7. Riverton up over Warland 14-0. Still no score reported from that Powell at Cody game, Duke. That's obviously one of the ones a lot of people are interested in. Still waiting. That one didn't kick off till 7. In 2A, Mountain View is up on Kemmer 21-0. That game's over on the Spur. That's a look at some scores from around the region.
It's all part of the Star Valley Health halftime show. Braves lead 34-0 on the SBI Sports Network.
Hey, this is Duke and Dal, and recently we decided to do a little less broadcasting and a little more banking. We even made our own logos. The Bank of Duke and Dal of Wyoming is open for business. Ooh, we already got a phone call. Nice. Bank of Duke and Dal of Wyoming. You want to make a deposit? Yeah, we'll take your money.
As you can see, our customer satisfaction is on the rebound.
Bank of Duke and Dow, how can I help you? Oh, you want to make a withdrawal? No, that money's gone. Who do you think we are? First Bank of Wyoming? Jeez.
Hey Braves fans, now you can follow your favorite players during the game with a complete Star Valley football roster online, including player pictures and bios. Scan the code on your screen or visit svinews.com/football roster.
When I turned 10, we had my birthday party at the Fun Zone in Afton. It was awesome. Me and my friends got to watch movies on the big screen, play foosball, ping pong, and air hockey. We had the big basketball and volleyball courts we could run around in. It was so fun that my brother decided to have his wedding reception there. And we are planning a family reunion at the Fun Zone. Kids love it, and parents will too. For reservations, visit thefunzone.com.
Treat yourself to a luxurious staycation with a cozy cabin getaway at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton. Get the locals discount by using promo code SVILOCAL. Every cabin has its own oversized soaking tub, big screen TV, fireplace, and includes free breakfast. Or upgrade to the cozy couples cabin with your own jetted jacuzzi tub. Find luxury right here with a staycation at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Use promo code SVILOCAL for the locals only discount. LCSD2's Transportation Department is now hiring route and activity drivers. The route driver is 7 hours per school day with medical, dental, and vision benefits, paid leave, and the Wyoming retirement system, while the activity driver is full-time, 40 hours per week, mostly on weekends, including medical, dental, and vision benefits, paid leave, and the Wyoming retirement system. The bus aide is 5 hours per school day, $16 per hour with paid training. Visit lcsd2.org for details and to apply. That's lcsd2.org.
We at Miles CPA love cheering on our Star Valley Braves in all their activities, from the performing arts to music, speech and debate, vocational clubs, athletics, and all other activities in which our local students participate. In fact, JR at Miles CPA was once a Skills USA leader himself.
This is JR with Miles CPA from both the Afton and Alpine offices. We wish the Braves success this school year in their academics, athletics, and activities. Be the best you that you can be. Go Braves.
This is Braves football and the Star Valley Health Halftime Show on the SVI Sports Network.
Both teams out of the locker room and on the field, just about ready to start off our third quarter of play in this rendition of the fall brawl between Star Valley and Jackson. Tonight's game being played in Afton at Star Valley High School for the regular season finale. Star Valley's already secured the #1 seed out of the 4A West for the playoffs. Jackson's season will conclude tonight regardless of the outcome in this one, as they will not make the postseason this year. And so this game, Dal, is just about the rivalry is what this is.
Well, and putting a good spin on putting a good ending on the end of your season. If you're the Bronx, you want to come out and maybe win the second half. You'd like to not make as many mistakes as you did in the first half. You'd love to come out and move the ball a little bit and show the Braves that you're not just going to get a zero on the scoreboard. You'd love to see that. If you're Jackson, if you're the Braves, you got other fish to fry starting next week. You don't even know who you're going to play. The one thing you do know is it's going to be here. And so that's going to be good. The Braves will be here as long as they keep winning at least 2 more times if they can do so, and before the state championship that are out in Laramie. And of course, other teams will have their own designs on what happens. But next week, we still don't know who the Braves are going to play out of the East.
Star Valley will get the ball first. Jackson won the coin toss and elected to receive the ball to open the game. So Star Valley, who has a 34-0 lead, will get the ball to open up this half. That's it for our Star Valley Health halftime coverage. Download the new MyChart app to securely and conveniently manage your health care. Visit starvalleyhealth.org for all the details. That is starvalleyhealth.org. So we'll see, once again, back to return the kick. Number 13, Bailey Calgren, and number 5, Colin Bassett. Colin has a pass completion tonight.
He's actually got, I think,
a 2.
I think he's got like 4 or 5 on the year as far as completions are concerned. Yeah, he's got a 21-yarder tonight.
Bailey, a couple nice punt returns as well. Those 2 back to return the kick from Jackson.
And if you're the Braves, you've scored on offense, you've scored on defense. You've had some good special teams. But you're kind of looking at the special teams now going, all right, guys, it's your turn.
That's it for the Star Valley Health Halftime Show, and we are underway here in Star Valley. Back to kickoff is Jensen Smock of Jackson. He will boot this one down the field, and it's going to be a deep kick well into the end zone. That was all the way back there.
Kicked that one basically halfway home.
Certainly no return on that. That was halfway up the canyon.
Yeah.
So it's Star Valley football. 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Star Valley in that first half, Duke, about 300 yards of offense. And Coach Young, he has really spread the ball around, too. I mean, he's done that all season. 5 different pass catchers, 5 different ball carriers. 3 different players have completed a pass.
They'll open up the half in the spread, Dow. Smith McClure in the shotgun and 5 receivers, 3 left, 2 rights. No tight ends for McClure in the shotgun. Man in motion is Bassett. Sets up 4 receivers left, throw to Collin. This time he'll run with it. Collin up the sideline. Bassett works it up to about the 30-yard line, pushing the pile. And tough running for Collin. Bassett not wanting to go out of bounds and near the sticks for a first down.
I think he might have got enough to move him. Yeah, he's across the 30. We'll call it 11 yards. So now Collin has a pass completion for 21 yards, and now he has a pass reception for 11 yards.
Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 now from the Star Valley 31-yard line. This time we'll have a bunch set. Here's a handoff to Levitt. Jesse bounces upfield, breaks 1 tackle into the secondary, running to the 40, and he'll have a first down. Tackled near the 44-yard line, and a great job from Jesse that time, patiently running the ball, but still breaking tackles down the field.
Gain of 13. Jesse now up to 124 yards on the night. Jesse, if he could get up over 200, Duke, that would put him in a pretty small group of running backs with multiple 200-yard games in a season. He had 231 in a game earlier this year. Right now, I've got him at 124, so he could become part of that club.
Clock rolling down to 10:52 on the opening drive of this half. Levitt's actually going to go over to the left side slot position here with trips to the right side. Smith McClure remains the shotgun quarterback. 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Under pressure. Throws in the pocket. Caught on the outside. Spin from Cash. He'll have the first down. Tackled inside Jackson territory near the 41-yard line. And another Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down.
About 14 yards there for Cash Lancaster. His first reception of the night.
Cash was mic'd up last week. You can see his mic'd up video at SBInews.com. We have Tristan Hilton mic'd up tonight, who comes into the game to play under center in this snap. Split backs behind Hilton. He'll turn. Play action. Tristan rolls to his right, being chased, throws. He's hit as he throws and completes it down the field to Wiebelhaus. Makes a man miss and then brought down near the 25-yard line. And again, Tristan Hilton throwing the ball down the field. And again, he finds Lane Wiebelhaus.
I think those guys know each other. 2 seniors, of course. They've grown up going to school together. Good rapport. And Lane with another nice catch.
Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down with the ball spotted up to about the 26-yard line in Jackson territory. Braves up 34-0. Early 3rd quarter. Hilton remains in at quarterback. Coming in to play tailback now is number 68 for the Braves. That's Jake Bouchard. Here's a turn, and Bouchard will get the carry. He's going to rumble ahead across the 25-yard line for a gain of about 1.5 yards for Bouchard.
Coach Young, basically this time of the year and these types of games, he'll go to his linemen and say, would you like to carry the ball? And most of them say, yes, I would, and he'll find a carry for him.
Jesse Levitt back in to play tailback. McClure in the shotgun, trips left. Bryson Nield alone on the right. Here's the snap. McClure out route, open, caught, cut up field, and will have the first down, but not much more than that as the Jackson defensive posse is there. I think it was Cooper Lancaster on the reception, and another Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down. That pushes Star Valley inside. No, that's going to be short, looks like. 3rd. Oh, it is. Just waiting for the chains to move over there. So it is going to be first down inside the Riverside Dental Crimson Zone.
About 9 yards there for Cooper. That will move the chains.
Hilton back in the I formation. Traditional set with Thompson in the fullback, Levitt the tailback. Man in motion is Calgren. Turn, and it's a play action again. Roll out. Hilton goes into the end zone, has Nilled and overthrew him again, trying to hit Bryson. Nilled and overshot him incomplete.
Now, there's no excuse for you to do that. You're not old enough.
That was a throwback on the accident. But 8:52 to go. The incompletion stops the clock. Third quarter, Star Valley driving on the opening possession of the half. Braves lead 34-0.
Tristan 3 of 5, 73 yards through the air tonight. McClure back in there. Smith 12 of 14 tonight. Man, his completion percentage has been outstanding this season.
Calgren in motion. Low snap picked up by McClure. Hands off to Levitt. And he will get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's where the defense ate him up. But at least it was not a tackle for loss. That could have been a lot worse on a low snap.
Senior number 58, Cruz Foray, wrapped him up and put him down to the turf.
3rd and 10 for Star Valley inside the Riverside Dental Crimson Zone. The ball spotted at the Jackson 16. Smith McClure in the shotgun again. Trips right side. He'll roll that direction. Looks downfield. Throws into the flat. Caught for the first down by Cash Lancaster. He needed the 7. They get him to the 6. And another Rocky Mountain Yeti after first down. Cash on the reception.
Another nice gainer. About 11 yards. Look at the zip on this, especially out of the pocket.
Going to set up first and goal from the 6-yard line.
Braves up to 233 yards passing.
Long huddle here for Star Valley on the sideline as they'll get the play. Hilton will come in, and it looks like it's going to be Thompson, the fullback, and Levitt, the tailback. As they go bunch, Calgren alone on the right side, double tight ends.
Tell you what, though, Bryson Neal, end of the line on the left.
Here's a handoff to Levitt, and we'll get to the 5, falls forward near the 4. Is going to be stopped for a short gain on 1st and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Connor Scott in there on that tackle. He's a sophomore. There's a lot of big, good-sized underclassmen on this Jackson squad. So they won 3 games this year. They've had some moments, especially defensively, some things to build on.
This time, Smith McClure will come in and play shotgun inside the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 4. Levitt remains in the backfield. Calgren in motion, throw to Bailey, looks for that goal line and tries to get there but can't. The defense swarmed him. He does get positive yards up to the 3, maybe the 2 for Bailey. Going to be 3rd and goal. Clock rolls down to 6:40 to play in the 3rd, and a long drive here to open up the half for the Braves. They've already milked 5.5 minutes off the clock on this drive alone.
And it seems like a lot of it's been here inside the 15, just kind of inching their way towards the end zone.
3rd and goal from the 2, I formation. Turn, pitch, Levitt, and hit. Cannot get there. Levitt stopped shy of the goal line. Jackson playing well defensively inside the 10 on this series, and it's 4th and goal from the 1.
Well, it was Justin Castano again, number 41.
Braves hurry up quickly to the line of scrimmage. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Hilton, turn, pitch, Levitt, goal line, pushes in, touchdown! Jesse Levitt gets in on 4th down with 5:56 to go in the 3rd quarter, and the Braves lead 40-0.
First touchdown of the night for Jesse Levitt. Big hole to work with. Tristan Hilton, Grant Thompson plowing the road.
Here's the PAT. Kristoff will kick this one. It gets through and is good. 41-0 Star Valley on the SBI Sports Network.
Hey, this is Duke and Dal, and recently we decided to do a little less broadcasting and a little more baking.
We even made our own logos.
When I turned 10, we had my birthday party at the Fun Zone in Afton. It was awesome. Me and my friends got to watch movies on the big screen, play foosball, ping pong, and air hockey. We had the big basketball and volleyball courts we could run around in. It was so fun that my brother decided to have his wedding reception there. And we are planning a family reunion at the Fun Zone. Kids love it, and parents will too. For reservations, visit thefunzone.com.
Ensuing kickoff after the touchdown, I believe did it kick out of bounds? I don't see a flag, but I think it is going to be a procedural penalty.
Yeah, I think you're right. Here's some replays from that last drive. It's a nice pass from Hilton to Weeblehouse. Jesse Levitt ended up finishing off that drive with a 2-yard touchdown plunge. There's a pass from Smith McClure to Cash Lancaster. And here's that touchdown. Shout out to our producers tonight, David Kazare, Sage Jacobson, giving you all these live look-ins and quick replays.
Jackson offense looking for something here with 5:56 to go. Third quarter, Star Valley took a whole half quarter off the clock on that opening drive. Here's a throw on first down, almost batted down, but it does end up being incomplete. The pass from Harrison Ward out to the flat on the right, not there, and it falls no good.
And I would not be surprised if, I think it was Cooper Lawson, got a hand on that and maybe helped it get down to the ground. You can see the Jackson coaches coming out saying we want your mechanics like this, not like that. And it'll help out with those types of things. Harrison Ward, I've got him tonight, 19 of 15 tonight, 51 yards. 9 of 15.
5:52 to go in the third quarter. Here's the 2nd and 10 from their own 35. Shotgun set again for Ward. Looks to his left, quick fire, and almost caught and almost ripped away. I think he's actually going to come down with that, McNamara. And it was, he bobbled it. It was almost ripped out of his hands, and he pulled it back in.
Yeah, did a good job of fighting for that one. Looked like Grant Thompson just about took his lunch money, but he said, no, it's mine.
3rd and 5 after the 5-yard completion. Ball at the 40-yard line. Jackson has had very few snaps inside of Braves territory tonight. Trying to convert here on this first third down.
Bronx 1 of 6 on third down.
Ward looks to throw. Long drop, sets up the screen. Caught, and Clay Merritt won't let anything happen. It was pulled in by Castano, and Clay Merritt was ready for that screen play. A loss of 1 on the reception.
Yeah, all over it.
So 4th and 6, and the punt unit has to come back out. Star Valley takes off 6 minutes of game time in their opening drive, and then Jackson goes 3 and out. 4:48 to play in the third. It's 41-0 Star Valley on top. Back into punt again is Jensen Smock. Colin Bassett and Bailey Calgren back to return. Long snap count. Here's the snap. Punt almost blocked but away. Good nice deep drive punt, and it's caught off the bobble by Calgren.
He's
running
amazing.
Backwards again. 10-20 flag on the return. Up to the 35-40, another flag. Calgren pushing his way all the way up near the 50. Tough running from Bailey, but 2 different flags on the return. This one's coming back. 1 flag at the 25, another at the 41.
Eventually shoved out of bounds. Looks like there might have been some talking there on the sideline. As you mentioned, Duke, this flag came out early. In fact, there's another flag sitting at the 41. Tate Wiley helping in on that stop, number 77. That's got to be one of the Wiley clan. If so, how you doing, guys?
1 block in the back. And the other one was something like that too. So, of course, they're gonna accept the first flag, which was deeper. They're going to take the one at the 25, and that's going to push Star Valley deep in their own territory.
It's not going to count, Duke, but again, how about the hands for Bailey Calgren? The kid he just keeps making amazing plays.
Great return waved off due to 2 penalties, and Star Valley will have it at the 15-yard line. 4:11 to go in the third quarter.
4 penalties totaling 45 yards. against the Braves in this game, and that's going to wipe out that nice return.
Here's Smith McClure in the shotgun, sends Levitt to his left side hip. McClure looks to throw, steps up, fires, sideline left, open and caught on the seam, and trying to reach forward. It's going to be a first down for the Braves. Porter Merritt on the reception, and a Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down up to about the 28-yard line.
Porter's had a nice game tonight. That's another gain of 12. He's played great defensively, and then that's his third catch for 30 yards now.
Porter subs out. Canyon Hurd will sub in. Canyon lines up on the right side. Bryson Neild up on top on the left. Smith McClure again to play shotgun. Here's a handoff to Levitt. Jesse has a nice hold, closes by the linebackers, and he's snubbed for a gain of about 3. Another flag will come in on the play.
And that's going to go against the Bronx, the early indication from the white hat.
Officials will come in and discuss this.
I'm not sure if it was a face mask, just a personal foul. So they're not saying face mask. I didn't see what happened, but the officials certainly did.
So that's going to result in a first down on a just 2 or 3 yard carry on first down. Moves the sticks as they spot the ball all the way up to the 45, 46 yard line.
I've got that as the first accepted penalty against the Bronx tonight.
Star Valley started this drive deep inside their own territory. They now have 1st and 10 from their 46. 3:30 to play in the third quarter. Braves up 41-0. Man in motion, play action. Rolling right is McClure. Fires in the flat, and Weeblehouse takes a shot. There was some early contact. It's going to be PI. The shot came from number 2, Thomas May, but I think the PI is coming to Cameron Kendall. Yeah. He was on the backside and had the contact early.
Yeah, I think number 4, Cameron Kendall, just a little too early. Take a look at it again here on the Fall River Propane replay. It's kind of a bang-bang play, obviously, but we have the luxury of replay. The officials have called it there. I think the officials explaining to the Bronx what they thought they saw.
That is going to be pass interference on Jackson. Pushes the ball inside Bronx territory to the 39-yard line, and the penalty results in a first down.
So after going the whole game without any accepted penalties, the Bronx pick up back-to-back 15-yarders.
Here's the I formation. Thompson fullback, Levitt the tailback. Hilton under center, man in motion. Turn handoff to Levitt, and he will fall forward for a gain of 1 on first down.
I feel like the Bronx defensive line has done a better job against the Star Valley run game. Granted, they've been going to the air a bit in this third quarter, but when they have gone to the ground here in this third, I think the Bronx they've been right on there for the most part.
Hilton out, McClure in. 2nd and 9 from the 38-yard line. Clock down to 2:48 to go in the third quarter. Again, it's been all Star Valley 41-0 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Braves on top over the Bronx. Shotgun with a heavy formation right. McClure will roll to that direction. Comes back to his left under pressure and will just throw it away.
You may see grounding here. Yep, there it is. So the bad news is Smith is still down. That is the real bad news. So he flushed out Duke, but then he went back in between the hash marks and then threw. It did not make the line of scrimmage, and there was no receiver in the area, at least that I saw. I think that's what this call is going to be.
Intentional grounding. McClure's up walking. He's just got a cramp, so he's stretching and getting that out. And it's going to be intentional grounding is the call.
Which is a 10-yarder and a loss of down.
Third down and 19, I believe, is what we're going to see. Officials still discussing here what's going to happen. Star Valley is walking back, and this will push the football back to the 15.
Maybe it is 15, or is it a spot foul?
Well, they marked it off 16 yards, so it must be a spot situation. Okay. So third down and South Smoot here for the Braves. Long way to go from their own 45-yard line. Hilton, play action, goes deep to Neild. Good coverage, makes the catch though, falling down. No flags on the play, and they convert on 3rd and forever all the way inside the 30 down to the 25.
Bryson Neild is as good at high pointing as any receiver the Braves have had in the last 10 years, and that's saying something. Guys like Chase Merrill and Chase Stewart, Wyatt Krog. I mean, he is looking for that the whole way. That's a gain of 30 yards.
Braves back in business here. 1:58 to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10. Smith McClure back in the game.
And that puts Bryson Neal over 100 yards receiving on 5 catches.
From the Jackson 25-yard line. Blitz off the right. McClure flush to his left. He'll roll, now tucks it, he'll run it, and will be bumped out of bounds. A flag on the play. Smith ran towards the sideline, almost got to the sticks, but it looks like another flag will push this one backwards.
Yeah, flag sitting at the 21. So Smith will get credit for about 4 yards. I guess his cramp is fine. My cramps don't go away that fast. I need
just walk it off?
I need a massage gun and a call into work.
So here's the penalty pushing the Braves back to the 32-yard line. Clock will roll at 1:36 to go. It's going to remain first down, so first down and about 17.
Penalties piling up here in this third quarter on both teams. Braves now 6 penalties, 76 yards.
McClure again, shotgun. 2 tight ends with 2 receivers. He'll throw, looks left. Comeback route and a nice catch in coverage. It's going to be a catch inside the 25-yard line, and Porter Merritt hauls in another reception.
Cameron Kendall, pretty good coverage there. Merritt brings it in, though.
Pickup of roughly 8-ish. Second down and 9 to go for Star Valley, down to the 24-yard line of Jackson. Under a minute to go in the third, 56 seconds and counting. A win tonight would mean Star Valley is perfect inside of conference play. They would go 5-0. Prepare to host the number 4 seed from the East next week in the quarterfinals. That team still to be determined after the games being played tonight. Here's Smith to throw on 2nd and 9. Pump fakes, goes deep, end zone, and intercepted. Nobody there but the Bronx. This one's coming back to the 20, running up the sideline to the 30. Deep flag on the play down to the 40, still running, and tackled finally inside the 45-yard line. It was Brunner on the interception, a huge return. There is a flag on the play back on about the 30-yard line.
I think this is going to be against the Bronx, but after the interception. And it is a penalty on the Bronx. I kind of missed what he said. I thought it was a blindside block is what they're going to get him for.
Here's a look at the replay. You can see the interception. And it's going to be Jackson football after the pick. And I don't know if that was miscommunication or what, but that ball went to where there were no Braves receivers. That went right to Brunner for the pick.
Well, and if you're the Bronx, that's exactly who you want to have the ball in the open field. And had a nice return. It ends up getting pulled back because of the penalty, but the Bronx still alive here, looking to get off the goose egg.
2:11 to go in the third quarter after Star Valley's first turnover on the evening. Score remains 41-0, Braves on top.
And the Braves had been 21 of 25 through the air. Very, very clean, very efficient. But as you mentioned, Duke, that one, nowhere close. Unless you're Seth Brunner.
Yeah. Harrison Ward back to play pistol quarterback. 2 receivers on either side. Play action, screen play out to McNamara, and he is tackled for a short gain of even anything on this wide receiver screen.
I just fell victim to the old 4 and 9 again.
McNamara will have no gain on the reception. 2nd and 10. And that will take us to the end of the quarter. Napa Auto Parts fourth quarter on the way after this. Braves lead 41-0 against the visiting Jackson Bronx. Swift 98, Jackson Hole Radio, and SBI Media.
LCSD2's Transportation Department is now hiring route and activity drivers. The route driver is 7 hours per school day with medical, dental, and vision benefits, paid leave, and the Wyoming retirement system, while the activity driver is full-time, 40 hours per week, mostly on weekends, including medical, dental, and vision benefits, paid leave, and the Wyoming retirement system. The bus aide is 5 hours per school day, $16 per hour with paid training. Visit lcsd2.org for details and to apply. That's lcsd2.org.
We We at Miles CPA love cheering on our Star Valley Braves in all their activities, from the performing arts to music, speech and debate, vocational clubs, athletics, and all other activities in which our local students participate. In fact, JR at Miles CPA was once a Skills USA leader himself.
This is JR with Miles CPA from both the Afton and Alpine offices. We wish the Braves success this school year in their academics, athletics, and activities. Be the best you that you can be. Go Braves!
Fourth quarter coverage of Star Valley football is presented by Napa Auto Parts in Afton and in Thane.
Start of the Napa Auto Parts fourth quarter, 12 minutes on the clock. That is Jackson football, second down and 10 from their own 21-yard line. Here's a pass play from Ward, steps up, fires behind his target and dropped it incomplete. He was going to take a big shot and it just fell behind him.
He was looking, I believe, for Winston Oaks. We had Waylon Cosby as well, but you know what? Never mind. That's Waylon Cosby.
Waylon Cosby, yeah, he's listed as the varsity player.
Excuse me.
So it's going to be 3rd and 10. And Jackson's offense has just had a real tough time tonight against this Braves secondary and the defense.
66 total yards tonight.
3rd and 10 from their own 21. Ward in the shotgun. He'll throw. Steps up in the pocket, and he cannot get away. Eventually and finally brought down. It's going to be a sack by the Braves defense to make it 4th and long from inside the 15.
Canyon Hurd brought him down behind the line. There's a flag clear up here at the 40. Or near the 40. I thought I saw Star Valley clapping.
Here's a replay. Lawson was there. Hurd finished him off. Didn't see who had him around the ankles.
So I'm not sure what this flag, if it's like a defensive holding, it's going to be an automatic first for the Bronx. And that's what it looks like it's going to be. Or it is a pass interference.
Well, they're going to say first down, so they'll put the ball up to the 31-yard line.
I was going to say defensive holding then. You see that way too much in the NFL, I'll say that.
So they get the sack. It had the Bronx stopped on 4th and long, but the defensive hold results in a first down, and the Bronx offense stays on the field. Ball at the 31-yard line, 11 and a half to go in the game. Here's Brunner in motion. Throw, caught by Brunner, out to about the 35-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 4 on the reception. Clock stops on the out-of-bounds play.
One of the great things the Braves have done against Brunner in this passing game tonight, Duke, is they haven't allowed him to get loose after the catch. We saw on that interception what an elusive athlete Brunner can be, and he hasn't had that opportunity on offense tonight. 3 catches, 27 yards.
Game break with Jake Hibbert coming up in just a moment. He has an update on the Cody Powell game. So we'll send you up to Park County with Jake in just a moment. Here's the 2nd down and 6. Play action. Throw to the right side, and nobody there. Incomplete. And it's going to be 3rd down. Let's send it to Jake Hibbert. What do you got?
Boy, what do I have? Well, I've got one heck of an update for these Cody Powell fans of what's going to happen. That's Jet Schwan, 2nd and 5, up the middle, and he gets the go-ahead. Right now we're late in the second quarter. Powell 9, Cody 7. Back to you, Duke.
Tight game in that one as we expected. Again, winner gets the 2 seed and a home playoff game, loser the 3. Huge game between the rivals, Powell and Cody.
Another 3rd down here for the Bronx. They converted on that penalty last time.
3rd and 6 to go. Here's a throw from Ward, right side, caught by Brunner up in the air. He will have a first down. Fell as he went up to catch the ball, and he'll be inside Star Valley territory. Great pass and catch, Seb, on the reception.
About 18 yards there on that one. This one, timing was great. The Braves got sucked up a little too much, and when they went to recover, the ball was already there.
New set of downs for Jackson. The Bronx will have it inside Braves territory for, I believe, the first time this half.
Yes, absolutely. And I think this is the second time in the game.
From the Star Valley 47-yard line. 10:20 to go in the game. Braves up 41-0. Ward again in the pistol. 2 receivers to his left. Play action, flicks out left side to McNamara. He'll hit the sideline, broken tackle, spins and running. 30, McNamara to the 20, and bumped out of bounds. No, he actually stayed inbounds, but dove forward, and McNamara will be stopped at the sideline inside the 15-yard line.
He gets away from the initial tackle. That's really the first time that's happened tonight against the Star Valley defense, and McNamara makes him pay for it. From the 47 to the 13.
So he stepped out of bounds, and it will be 1st and 10 from inside the 15-yard line.
34-yard gain there for McNamara.
Best opportunity of the evening for the Jackson Bronc offense. Ward again will be in the pistol. With him in the backfield is Thomas May, the running back. 2 receivers on either side. Brunner flanked wide right. Ward calls for the ball. Looks to his right. And it's caught on the run. Brunner breaks a tackle, leans for the end zone, and has it. Touchdown. Seb Brunner gets the Broncs on the board with 9:55 to go in the game.
Well, the passing game certainly came alive there.
Seb has been fairly quiet all game until that drive, and he came alive, and you can see him reach the ball across the goal line and put up 6.
Well, the Broncs also converted back-to-back 3rd and longs, one on a penalty and one on that big play to Joey McNamara.
Remember, that penalty was took place on a sack play.
Yeah, it
would have been 4th down.
Would have been a punt, yep.
PAT's good, 41-7. Star Valley on the SVI Sports Network.
I'm Duke Dance, and when I take out the garbage, I bag it.
I'm David Kazare, and when I take out the trash, I bag it.
I'm Dal Erickson, and when I take out my trash, I bag it.
Star Valley Disposal appreciates all their customers, especially those that bag their garbage. Remember that even with just a little wind, loose trash can be sent flying all over the place. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com.
Did you know you can manage your healthcare from anywhere? Whether you're at home, work, or on the go, our free MyChart patient portal makes it super simple to stay in the know and connected. You can request and manage appointments, renew your prescriptions, and view your test results. You can also message your care team right from MyChart. It's your healthcare all in one powerful patient portal. To sign up and get started, go to starvalleyhealth.org.
It's time for some Napa know-how. 4th quarter coverage on the SVI Sports Network is provided by Napa Auto Parts in Afton and Thane.
Jackson gets into the end zone. A pass from Harrison Ward to Seth Brunner, and that will be 6. The PAT is good. It's 41-7. Star Valley on top with 9:55 to go in the game.
And that was set up, but 1, by an interception, and 2, by a penalty on the Braves, which would have resulted in a punt. So Star Valley, some things to look at on that last drive.
Jackson will kick off. Of course, you have to be prepared for an onside kick here. They're not lining up as if they will do that, but it is 41-7 in the 4th. Jensen Smock will line things up.
So Brunner and Wiebelhaus both have an interception and a touchdown tonight.
And this will be a straightaway kick. And will go into the end zone for a touchback. Colin Bassett looked like he might try and pick that up off the bounce, but will go into the end zone. Star Valley will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Just a score update, Duke, on that game of the week with Powell and Cody. Powell was in Cody, and the Panthers with the lead, 9-7. That one is late in the 2nd quarter. So a bit of a slobber knocker going on up there, I should say, in Park County.
41-7 the score here in Afton as Star Valley is hosting Jackson. Couple rivalry games happening tonight to finish off the regular season. Here's a bunch set and a handoff to Levitt. Nice hole for Jesse, and he's dragging tacklers all the way across the 30 down to about the 32 or 33. That's a Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down.
They're actually giving him all the way up to the 34. Jesse now up to 145 yards on 20 carries. He does have a rushing touchdown tonight as well.
Braves go no huddle here from the 33, 1st and 10, 9:37 to go in the game. Turn, handoff to Levitt again. Jesse stumbles and falls. He tried to cut and just lost his own footing. He'll go down across the 35 and pick up a couple.
Still going to end up getting, 2 yards. So he came into tonight with the 699 yards. So he's now well over 800 yards on the season. In fact, he just passed my brother on the single season list, Casey Erickson from 1983.
Hand off to Thompson, breaks an ankle tackle. Grant has a first down. He puts his shoulder down and rolls all the way inside Jackson territory inside the 45.
Man, that was quite a run from Grant Thompson.
Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down. Here's the Fall River Propane replay. You can't ankle tackle Grant Thompson.
24 yards.
1st and 10 from the Jackson 41. Clock down to 8:45 to go in this one. Turn, handoff to Levitt again, I believe. Going to be a short gain of about, they'll give him about 4.
I thought I saw David Brown, 23, with that stop.
Jesse gets 3 yards, 8:20 to go in the game. Ball spotted inside the Jackson 40.
Jesse now at the 150 mark for the night.
He remains in the backfield. Hand off to Levitt again. Breaks through the hole and will be tackled inside the 35. Falls forward near the first down to about the 37.
He's right at the sticks.
He's been running hard again tonight. Hard to bring him down.
Well, and he's a senior. He missed virtually all of last year with a knee injury in that first game, 0 week on the blue turf at Boise. He's getting his works in tonight.
Here's a pitch back to Jesse. He'll add the first down and another nice carry to move the chains to put Star Valley inside the 30, inside the 25.
About 9 more there on that one.
Clock continues to roll down to 7.5 to go in the game as Star Valley on this drive has gone real run heavy with Jesse Levitt. Thompson had a big carry on it, but it's been a lot of Jesse on this drive.
Pretty no nonsense, too. It's just been power football.
Split backs, Levitt on the left side. Hilton will get some clarification from the sideline. Clock down to near 7 minutes. Tristan takes a snap, hands off to Thompson. Broken tackle, Grant in the open field. Broken tackle again down to 10 and tackled shy of the 5.
That fullback carry back in the first quarter didn't work. It's worked great twice on this drive.
Another Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down. As you see him, Thompson, carry the ball down to the 6-yard line. Inside the Riverside Dental Crimson Zone. It's 1st and goal.
Grant now 3 carries, 41 yards.
Bryson Baxter back in the tailback slot. Pitch to Bryson, jumbles the ball, and he lost it. Fumble, and Star Valley will have it. They tried to go bread and butter to Bryson. Couldn't quite handle the ball, and it should be Star Valley football. Bryson coughed it up on his carry. I think Star Valley did recover it.
They did. Garrett Carlson recovered the fumble.
Oh, Bryson, you got to love it.
Forcing the fumble for the Bronx was Thomas May, who might have been personally offended as a running back that Bryson was getting that carry.
So it's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 8-yard line after the carry. Hilton again directing his backers behind him. Levitt and Thompson back in the backfield. Sets up under center. Wilkes in motion. Hand off to Thompson. Cuts inside the 5, and he's brought down near the 4. 3rd and goal with 5:43 to go in the game. Star Valley up comfortably 41-7.
Tate Wiley in on that stop again.
Bryson Baxter subs into the game. Won't have another chance to carry it. He'll head down to the line. Levitt remains the tailback. Pitch to Jesse. Sidesteps a tackler. Drags them into the end zone. It is a touchdown. Jesse Levitt hit at the line, but took him with him for the ride. Another one for Jesse. 5:18 to go in the game. 47-7 Star Valley.
I've now got Jesse 25 carries, 170 yards, and that's his second rushing touchdown of the night. And that was old-fashioned Star Valley football on that drive. Just power, 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 beat your man across the way, and get it in for 6.
Bueller with the ensuing PAT. Good snap, good hold, good kick. Braves 48, Bronx 7, SVI.
When I turned 10, we had my birthday party at the Fun Zone in Afton. It was awesome. Me and my friends got to watch movies on the big screen, play foosball, ping pong, and air hockey. We had the big basketball and volleyball courts we could run around in. It was so fun that my brother decided to have his wedding reception there. And we are planning a family reunion at the Fun Zone. Kids love it, and parents will too. For reservations, visit thefunzone.com.
Touchdown for Jesse Levitt. The ensuing kickoff from Kristoff is another touchback for Bueller. 1st and 10 for Jackson. They trail Star Valley 48-7 with 5:18 to go in the game.
There's some live looks at that last sequence. Garrett Carlson deserves an attaboy there for recovering the fumble. Jesse Levitt just pulling people in for 6.
5:17 to go in our Napa Auto Parts 4th quarter of play.
The Braves 285 through the air, 235 on the ground, 520 on the night. That is a good offensive outing.
1st and 10 from the 20.
Bronx had a nice drive last time. They found Seb Brunner. They found Joey McNamara for a couple of big plays, including a touchdown.
Benner Brogue coming in to play left side safety right now on this defensive series. Here's a throw out to the left side, caught by Kendall, but met by Cooper Lancaster. No gain on the play.
Yeah, Cooper coming in playing some defense. That's catch number 3 for Cameron Kendall. Not a lot of yardage tonight, though. In fact, there's no gain there, so 3 catches for just 7 yards.
2nd down and 10 to go. Clock continues to roll down to 4:50. He's basically going with a 3-safety set right now. Wiebelhaus, Nield, and Brogue all playing deep. 4:30 to go. 2nd down and 10. Here's a pass. Caught, tackled shy of the sticks. It's going to be a reception for a gain of about 6 on the left side out route. Brought over at the sideline.
Brunner with the catch, Lancaster with the tackle, Cooper. So a little bit of numerical violence there, one-on-one.
3rd down and 3 to go for Jackson. Jackson knew this was going to be their last game of the season coming into this one. With the standings and Evanston's win last night against Green River, they were eliminated from playoff contention. And their season will come to a close, trying to end it on a high note with another good drive. They trail after scoring on their last drive. Here's a pitch and catch. Should be enough for a 1st down. No, they hit, not lodged the ball loose. Lane Wiebelhaus came up. Wiebelhaus, another big hit, and it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, knocked the ball loose. I think you're right. He had enough for the 1st down as far as where he was, just unable to secure the football. Here's the Fall River Propane replay. Yeah, he was bobbling that the whole way, and then Lane Wiebelhaus made sure he bobbled it a lot.
4th and 4. 3:43 to go in the game, and at this point, Jackson may as well just go for it. And they will from their own 27-yard line. Ward will be in the pistol set. 2 receivers on either side, and a timeout taken by Coach White of Jackson. We'll be back in 60, 4th and 4 next on SVI.
think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
After the Jackson timeout, here's the 4th and 4 for the Broncs from their own 27-yard line. Ward looks to throw, goes to the side, has Brunner caught, first down, cut across the grain, but he will be tackled shy of the 40-yard line. Well drawn up play as Brunner came across the formation and makes the catch on the right side.
Yeah, Bray's got a little confused there. I'm not sure why they were giving him such a gap over here. He's their best receiver, picks up 12 yards.
It was the previous play. Here's the 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Clock down to 3:20 to go in the game. Ward hands off to May. Nice hole for May, but the defense closes pretty quick. He's going to push ahead for 3 yards. Forward progress puts him at the 42-yard line. Silver Star post-game coverage coming up after the show. We'll have your stats. We'll have an update on any current scores from other games tonight. We'll have an interview on the sideline with Bridger. He'll talk to Coach Young and a player or two. Silver Star postgame coverage on the way after this game. 2:47 to go late in the 4th. 2nd down and 7 for the visiting Jackson Broncs. Ward looks to throw again, spins the ball in his hands, fires down the field and overthrew his intended target and incomplete. Trying to hit Beckett Maher down the field. Stops the clock at 2:36 to go in the game.
You look at this team, the Jackson Broncs, of course, this quarterback, Harrison Ward, he's listed as a senior, so you got to find a replacement for him. Thomas May is a senior. But you have a few receivers back. You got some good defensive players back. Some things to build on. They did win 3 games. They weren't eliminated from the playoffs until yesterday.
3rd down and 7. Pistol set again for Ward. 2 receivers on both sides. May in the backfield. Ward will throw again. Goes to the slot. Caught, but shy of the first down. McNamara on the reception. And it's going to be 4th down again for Jackson. Ball spotted just across the 45-yard line. They need the 49 to convert.
McNamara, he's a sophomore, Duke, so he'll be back. 6 catches, 51 yards for him.
Jackson again will go for it on 4th down. Clock continues to tick down to 2:06 to go. Braves up handily, 48-7. Star Valley will look ahead to a home quarterfinal playoff game next week. Opponent still to be determined. Depends on what happens on the east side of the state, which is a jumbled up mess heading into tonight. Here's a pump fake, eludes the sack, steps up, throws, and left it short. Seb Brunner, the intended target, but a good job from Harrison Ward to not get sacked. But it was 4th down, and the Broncs turn it over.
Yeah, Riley Erickson came in full speed, and Ward was able to step away before getting blasted. Here's a replay here from Fall River Propane. You can see 44 coming in.
Incomplete pass results in a turnover on downs. It will be Star Valley football from the Jackson 45-yard line.
A lot of new numbers out here for the Braves for this final minute 47.
I believe in to play quarterback is Phoenix Hovey, wearing number 9.
Played a lot on the sophomore team this year, I believe.
Tayson Stoker coming in late. He'll line up left side out in the wide receiver slot. Here's a tailback dive up the middle, and on the carry is Wyatt Martini. And Martini will get 5 yards. He had a nice big run in the Green River game last week, Martini did. Gets another carry here in the varsity game for 5 more. Ball stopped at the 40, clock down to 1:27 as time ticks away from this one. And Star Valley will advance to 5-0 inside of conference play, 8-1 overall, with their lone loss coming to Sugar Salem out of Idaho. Here's another I formation and another carry for the Braves up the middle, right side, pushing ahead for a first down. Riley Erickson on the run. He'll move the chains and put him inside the 35.
Yeah, from the 40. Need about 7 yards there for Riley.
Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton first down, spots Star Valley at the 34-yard line. Phoenix Hovey remains in at quarterback. Colin Bassett will come in and play fullback, Will Collin.
Why not? He's played everything else.
Yeah.
He's returned punts, he's returned kicks, he's completed a pass, he's caught a pass. Why not play fullback?
He'll block, and the tailback carry is snuffed out for no gain. Tough running, but no gain on the play from Tayson Tittenser. And I believe that's the game. Under 30 seconds to go. And I don't know that Star Valley will have to take another snap.
I don't believe they do, unless they want to.
Time ticking away down to 16, 15, and that's going to be it. Braves 48, Jackson 7. The Bronx season will end tonight, and Star Valley will celebrate a regular season finale win over the rival Jackson Bronx, and will await their quarterfinal opponent in the playoffs next week.
Yeah, is it going to be Douglas? Is it going to be Warland? Is it going to be Riverton? We don't know. We don't know who it's going to be. All we do know is that one of those teams that the Braves have traveled to a long way away got to come over here next week.
Your final score, Star Valley 48, Jackson 7. Silver Star post-game coverage on the way next.
Down at the creek, Swift Creek Trading, that is.
It's not about selling hats, boots, and jeans.
It's about giving back to our Valley's youth and keeping our heritage and traditions alive.
When you shop at Swift Creek Trading, you help us sustain agriculture.
You help us perform. You help us compete. You help us brand our own businesses.
So come on down to the creek.
Swift Creek Trading, that is.
Where your purchase supports us.
Where your purchase supports us.
Recently, we decided to do a little less broadcasting and a little more baking. We even made our own logos. The Bank of Duke and Dow of Wyoming is open for business. Ooh, we already got a phone call. Nice. Bank of Duke and Dow of Wyoming. You want to make a deposit? Yeah, we'll take your money.
As you can see, our customer satisfaction is on the rebound.
Bank of Duke and Dow, how can I help you? Oh, you want to make a withdrawal? No, that money's gone. Who do you think we are? First Bank of Wyoming? Jeez.
Back now with the Silver Star Communications postgame show, committed to providing high speeds to the residents of Star Valley and surrounding communities.
48-7, your final. Braves win over the Jackson Bronx in the regular season finale as Sweet Caroline rains down over Braves Field. And Star Valley begins to celebrate as the regular season's done and playoffs will begin next week. It's your Silver Star post-game coverage on the SBI Sports Network, delivering life experiences one connection at a time. Learn more at silverstar.com. Now your post-game stats.
First for the Jackson Bronx, Harrison Ward, 19 of 31. I had him for 150 yards through the air. No interceptions for him. Thomas May threw one. Cameron Kendall lost a fumble, but Harrison Ward, he came with those 18 interceptions, Duke. The Braves did not pick him off tonight. The running game, non-existent for the Bronx against Star Valley tonight. 7 rushes, 13 yards, 163 total yards. Seb Brunner did finish with 7 catches, 76 yards, and a touchdown. On my stat sheet, he also had an interception on defense. The Braves, as a team, went 21 of 26 through the air, 285 yards. Touchdowns went to Lane Wiebelhaus, and the rest of them were on the ground. That touchdown came from Smith McClure. 2 passing touchdowns. The Braves got 41 rushes for 248 yards, so a total of 533 yards, and they get her done tonight. In fact, Duke, it was the exact same score as last year, 48-7. That's a look at your Battleson Brothers Flooring post-game battle stats.
Battleson Brothers, Carpet One Floor and Home. Quality, price, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring. And again, your final, 48-7. Star Valley with the win tonight. We will send it down to Bridger Wolfley in just a moment, but Star Valley and Coach McKay Young still at midfield celebrating this win. So now how about your player of the game tonight, presented by Star Valley Skidoo?
Well, I think we're going to go with Wiley Wilkes again tonight. He set the tone on offense, defense, everywhere in that first half. He had a reception for 21 yards. He had a touchdown. He carried the ball a couple times. And, of course, he had that big scoop and score on defense for 52 yards on defense as well. So going to go with Wiley Wilkes, probably against some of his baseball teammates out there tonight.
Yeah, it looked like maybe he was a little extra motivated for this game tonight. He's played with some of these kids and some Legion baseball in Jackson. So congratulations to number 48, Wiley Wilkes, your Star Valley Skidoo player of the game. Braves run through the home student section crowd on their way to the locker room to celebrate the win tonight. Again, your final 48-7 as part of your Silver Star postgame coverage. Here in just a few moments, we are going to send it out to Jake Hibbard. We'll have an update from him on what's happening around the state. Of course, we're keeping an eye on that Cody Powell game especially. Also keeping our eye out on some of the other games on the east side to find out who Star Valley is going to play next week when they host a quarterfinal playoff game. But we won't know that until later this evening when all things are said and done. Coach McKay Young is working his way over to the sideline with Bridger Wolfley, and looks like a slew of players once again for Bridger to chat with down there on the sideline with Coach Young. And we're going to send it down there in just a moment. Jake Hibbard coming up with the latest updates and scores from around the state of Wyoming as well tonight here in just a few moments. Star Valley will host a playoff game next week, and we'll find out who that is as soon as we are able to. I believe Bridger's ready. Let's send it down to the Miles CPA sideline report. Bridger, take it away.
Welcome back, Brave fans, to your post-game interview with Coach McKay Young and a few star players of the night. Your Braves did really well, leading with the score of 48-7 against the Jackson Bronx. We're here with the star players. I'm going to ask them a few questions. Malachi, how do you feel representing your team tonight for senior night?
It just feels awesome to be a part of this program. It really helps build men. It helps us in the future in our lives, so it's just really awesome being able to represent them.
Perfect. You did good tonight. Canyon, how do you feel about playing for senior night tonight?
I just like Mally said, it's good just to build bonds with all your brothers and keep living and keep grinding, man. Definitely teaches you lessons in the future.
Perfect. Good job tonight. We'll go this way. Bailey, I'm going to ask you the same question. How are you feeling about how you played the game tonight?
I feel great. This atmosphere that we have in Star Valley, all the people that show up, family, friends, even people that have nothing to do with anything. It's amazing the atmosphere that we play in and the brotherhood that we have with this team, and absolutely love it.
Perfect. Good job tonight. Wiley, on to you. Same question. How are you feeling about how the game went tonight?
It was awesome. We love laying the boomstick. We also love getting better, so we're gonna try really hard to do the exact same score next week. So.
Perfect. Good job. Again, with the same question, how are you feeling about how you played tonight?
I feel pretty good. I think the team put in a lot of effort to come out with this win. But next week we're going to come out and we're going to beat Whirlwind.
Perfect. Good job tonight. Last but not least, how do you feel the game went tonight?
What's else to say? Senior night with the boys, playing Jackson, getting to continue a great season.
Yeah, perfect. You guys did really good tonight. Congratulations on your win.
Run up and go celebrate with your people.
Yeah, perfect. On to you, Coach. Any thoughts on how the game went for you tonight?
Rivalry week, you worry because you throw out the records, you throw out everything else.
Yeah.
These kids know each other so well, and there's a little more pride on the line because they grow up together, playing baseball, playing basketball, playing, so it was
excited. Lane started us off with the pick right off the bat, and then to be able to go and score, and then Wiley with the scoop and score. 2 huge defensive plays in the first quarter. I think really got the momentum going for us. Love seeing so many different guys play well, particularly our seniors. This is a special group, a really, really special bunch. And to now go into the playoffs, and I feel like we're starting to get healthy and peaking, and just really proud of the way the boys played tonight.
Yeah, your Braves did really good. Is there anything you're going to be focusing on at all when you play Warland next week?
You know, honestly, I haven't watched a lot on Warland yet, so I'm not sure. But, you know, playoff football, you start playing for keeps, right? So just clean up things. I felt like Jackson did a lot of things really well tonight and caused us some fits in the run game. So there'll be definitely some things to look at on Monday up front and clean up, and just looking forward to it. The playoff football, that's why we do it. We're excited.
Yeah, perfect. Well, there you have it, folks. Your Braves did really well for senior night tonight and were able to beat the Bronx. So make sure you guys stay tuned for next week's game against Warland. Back up to you, Duke.
Miles CPA sideline report. Bridger Wolfley, thank you for joining us. Coach Young and all those players had a 48-7 win tonight for Star Valley, and I guess Warland is apparently who it's going to be next week for Star Valley here in the quarterfinals.
Well, I was going to make that guess, but I was just looking at scores. Riverton's up on them big here at the end. Buffalo blew out Rollins. Douglas blew out Lander. So here's the interesting thing, just a little quick note. Warland's actually going to be in 2A next year. So crazy times changing. So that's been a long time rivalry. Might be the last time these two teams play. Who knows? Maybe ever. So come on out next week.
Jake Hibbard, speaking of crazy times, how about our Silver Star postgame recap from around the state? We were just talking about some of those scores. Jake, what do you got for us tonight?
Well, I was about to tell you. I can tell you what you know for what the playoffs are happening, but hey, Dal already spoiled it. That's all right. It's been a wild night, hasn't it? It's senior night with my boys, too, so one way or another, I've had a great time. I do have some highlights for you. Let's jump into it. We did have some games, and I'll start with Thursday, if you'll indulge me with our highlight show for the postgame tonight. Last week of the regular season, what a fun season it's been, so here we go. We start off with Evanston and Green River. Of course, the 41-20 win for Evanston Green River. Wasn't a whole lot to report for this game, so a little bit of a shout out for the referees. Hey, nice job, man, on the white hat. Look at that form. Touchdown. 41-0. Late in the game, after Evanston did go up 41-0, Green River went ahead and put up 20 points unanswered. Max Hintz, talented quarterback. Look at him go in there, and look for him in the next couple of years to make some noise in the 3A West. Let's jump on over as we move over to Lyman-Cokeville. That was also a Thursday matchup, and Cokeville wasn't able to get into the end zone, and that was kind of the story of the night, wasn't it? Yeah. No touchdowns, no luck. Lyman's in number 2. Cokeville on going in ranked, Lyman unranked. Hey, who had that one going in? Now let's jump back up to some games that were happening tonight. This was Douglas, and well, Dale already mentioned it ended up being a blowout. 42 points on the board for Douglas, but this was a nice touchdown to the back corner. And after Lander went up 7-0, 42 unanswered for Douglas. Now on to Riverton. They go on to win this contest 28-7. Derek DeGrees didn't even need a Philadelphia or a brotherly shove. He just got it done himself up the end zone for the first touchdown, and Riverton never trailed in this game as they go on to win the last game of the regular season. Now, Powell, Cody, we're at halftime right now, and I'll show you this highlight. I showed you it earlier, folks. Jet Schwan up the middle for the go-ahead. Now, Cody went ahead and scored again. Now, bear with me just a second. We're going to give you a live look-in at this game, and you will see we are at the half. 3.5 minutes before we get to the second half in the third quarter of this game. 16-15, Powell on top of Cody. Now, we're getting ready for the playoffs. What a fun one, and I know, a wild one. I wasn't able to see you too much, guys, but hey, I'll be seeing you real soon, right? So won't be too long. Let's get to the playoffs. I predict an all-West semifinal. Back to you guys.
Preach it, Jake. Preach it. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. That's it for the Silver Star Communications post-game show. Braves win 48-7 over the visiting Jackson Bronx. Star Valley will host Warland in the quarterfinal game next week. Time to be determined, but we'll be there. Duke Gantz, Dal Erickson, our producers, David Kazare, Sage Jacobson, and once again, a fantastic camera crew to bring you live coverage of Star Valley and Jackson football. Thanks for joining us on SVI Media, Swift 98, and Jackson Hole Radio. It's all part of the SVI Sports Network.